Okay, enough waffling about things that are not Battle Brothers. It's time to get back to Battle Brothers. It was hard to not play this for a few days, but believe it or not, I do have to play other games every now and then. Come to think of it, do I? I just play one game forever. Plenty of streamers do that. But no, I desire a varied gaming palette, even if it's full of games I don't particularly like. Can't say I'm itching to ever play Into the Breach again, but I'm glad I played it. But we are back with Battle Brothers. And where are we right now? We're actually in a transitional phase. I've singled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of the team as incredibly inept and needing to just go. There is another incredibly inept guy that has to go, but he's going to be singled out for some special treatment because of how impressive his performance has been. Good job, Crazy Dave. But Martin Lackey, Lupin, Imperative Greg, Omnissiah, and Lieutenant Surge are just not very good. Look at these stats for a level 9 guy. You can pick up a level 1 militiaman with better stats than this. Add to that generally the stars are not in good places. Yeah, triple stars on a backline, bro. Never gonna happen, right? They gotta go. But I can't just let them go. They gotta go and prove themselves over in the arena. At least they can make me a quick buck or two before they have to go. So that's pretty much what we're here for right now. That, and I suppose selling some of the stuff that we have in our equipment. I should do a quick rundown on the mods. I've added a couple more. I've got a pretty lengthy list of mods, and it's all available in what is normally a pinned comment, but I forgot to pin it, so let me go and change that right now. Bingo and mods info. Bang and pin forever. Well, it never pins forever, sadly. What's a man to do? Where are you, Bingo Browser? Yeah, there we go. I added a couple more. Retinue slots and reliable net. Links to it are right there, but I'll show it right in the game. I was getting very unhappy with the net situation. You use it, and then it's gone. And you have to go and buy a new one. It takes up space in the inventory, doesn't stack. It was unpleasant. So, despite warnings that this mod would break an ongoing save, I tried it out, and it seems to be working a-okay. Nets just refill as your javelins or your throwing axes or your guns would after battle. But instead of costing ammunition, it costs money. 100 crowns per net, 150 if they're reinforced, which is about twice the price if you just bought them normally. But I'm okay to pay that as a laziness tax. And on top of that, I added more retinue slots, because I wanted more retinue slots. I'm well aware that this could be considered a massive crutch, and I'm well aware that I don't care, because I want them. They are so very nice, but so very mutually exclusive. Yeah, exactly, I can upgrade my nets now. It means I need to go and fight some spiders to get the goods for that, but at least it only needs to be done once. What do I want out of these guys anyway? I would love Lookout. I'd love to have the Paymaster so I don't get those greedy events. Not that we've had them. I want the Bounty Hunter and I want the Cook. That's 4, and as it happens I have 4 slots, but they do cost Manola. I think I'll start out with the Paymaster. Just get him shunted away into the corner, punching over there. It's going to reduce daily wages, but most of all he's going to prevent that men demanding more pay event. I've had that in a long game and it's a royal pain, because either you pay everyone lots more money, or they start getting the greedy... perk's not the right word, they get the greedy trait, I believe it is. While I am here, let's see, I can load up on a touch more tools, a touch more food. I don't need ammunition, I've already sold off a bunch of my stuff, although not that amber. Get out of here, amber. God, my army of dogs. They've been very useful for me, so I will not look down on my army of dogs. But a big reason that I came here was for the arena. I want some of the guys that I have around to prove themselves. Your opponents will be 2 recently retired desert bandits. By retired, I mean taken by the Vizier's lawman, of course. No bandit willingly steps foot in here. Alright, so they're going to chant my name. Well, maybe not my name, but the name of the people that I put in there. Desert bandits, you say? For 1,340. Alright, let's give it a go. Trouble is, I don't want to lose this lovely equipment that they have on them, so I'm afraid my cohorts are going to have to go in there with less than stellar equipment. You could say I'm setting them up for failure, but, well, you'd probably be right. The thing about poor Lupin is he's already been in the arena, he's already proven himself, as the case may be. So who is going to go in? Martin Lackey needs to show just how expendable he is. I want to put in Imperative Greg. I don't have another long-range weapon for Omnissiah, though. They can't even have their dogs in the arena, which I find rather amusing. You want to have a net on you? I don't know about that. I don't want to die and lose the net, even though they're not that expensive. But perhaps Greg the Imperative could start with his net in his hand. Now, what do we give Omnissiah in there? The bill hook, huh? About all he'd ever be good with, although I could give him something like the falchion, and you can just have that with a double grip. Yeah. Show what you can do with that thing. Wasn't there a bro killed by serpents? It's not marked green. There was no bro killed by serpents. Toga Boy had his knee shattered, and Crazy Dave 9-lived after being brought right to the back row by the serpents, but I think Crazy Dave's magic is that the enemies already think he's dead. This man is in such a sorry state he can play dead standing up. So it's like being encountered by a bear, just play dead, except Crazy Dave could be animated and people still think he's dead. Omnissiah has great armor and a helmet. It's actually one of those old stinky helmets. But it is still considerably better than something like that. And I suppose that armor is better than that. It no longer looks like Omnissiah, does it? But whatever. Everybody's got to do their time in the arena before I let them go. Lieutenant Surge hasn't been in there, has he? Here you go, Omnissiah. You can have your net at the ready. Makes my life a lot easier. And then take your band. Now, if I lose these guys, I won't feel quite so bad. That is some nice-ish armor, but away it's going to have to go, I think. And maybe not, that basic male shirt. Athelwyn certainly deserves some nice armor, so Athelwyn will be allowed that, I think. Yeah, just plucking these guys for what they have before I throw them in. Giving them worse odds by giving them worse equipment. But that's somewhat to be expected. Alright, the three of you get stuck in there. So if they die, they're gone, and that makes life a lot easier for me. If they win, I will let them go peacefully. Maybe. I have some ideas. Anyway, let's go and give the crowd something to cheer for. It's a good thing the armor is so adjustable that it can fit any old bugger. Let's see. Is the game suspiciously loud right now? I think normally I have it down a bit. Let me change that out. Right, I know they can move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to be a little bit back from these guys. Even if he has Pathfinder, it's still just 1, 2, 3, 4. But that guy's got a long-range weapon. That's a big axe, but it's not a long axe, so he's not going to have the extra range on it, or so I believe. You should actually be even further back. Back row back. It's okay, I can take a further step back with you in a moment. Somewhere like here, Greg. Alright. That's somewhat what I expected. Over he comes like that. Now I could net him and make his life somewhat miserable. Which is what I intend to do. The trouble is he could just attack us even from within the net, but I need to move in on him no matter what we think, so let's get stuck in. As for you, Greg, I think I'll have you net the other guy. He's bound to come along, so let's be ready for that. And then Martin Lackey, if you can keep that guy in his net, which is brilliant, that's exactly what you do. Speaking of people enjoying the nets, get stuck in there. And then Omnissiah, you've got that double grip, and he's just waiting to be slashed at. Waiting to be slashed at. Oh, he immediately gets out of his net. He's got that 2 range, he can bonk us with that big old bonker. Not thrilled about that. Do I go over and bonk him? I think I do. Oh well, wonderful. And that means, Greg, you're getting your big pokey stick out and you're poking. Those old rusty pikes, they still fill me with dread, but I feel like I'm in a much better situation to put them to use. And even better, I'm sure I can deal with... Oh, for the love of God, Omnisaya. Want to reflect on those stats of yours. 71 melee skill starts sounding not too bad, but you're at level 10. I wouldn't say you've earned what we've got here. Why, oh, got echo? Are you on speechers? What? Do you mean there's an echo on the microphone? I've got a fan blowing because it's really rather hot today. That's about the long and short of it. Okay, good. Continuing with that. That guy tried to run away. It didn't work out so well for him. You're already stunned, so get moving in to trounce him. Oh, he's just in a bad state. I'd be in a worse state if I could actually land a hit or two. And he knows pocket sand, unlike us. Okay, there we go. This fight is mine. Weird to want to run away from the arena fight. You know there's nowhere to run to. Completely enclosed in. You simply cannot retreat. Pretty easy fight for these guys. Man, it's a good thing I didn't decide whether or not they'd stay on the team due to their time in the arena. But very well. We shall let you guys be. Flawless, as in without flaw. Truly, I don't think we took even a single hit in there. Oh well, not bad, not bad. But I think my intention is for you guys to just... ging awa. So I think I'll strip them down and let them go. The question is whether or not I let them go with or without pay. I know they give you your stuff back anyway once they leave, but out you go. I need the space on the company to recruit people with actual talents and possibilities. People like Leon S. Kennedy with his actual stars in melee skill, melee defense, and fatigue. He mostly just sits back there chopping away at shields, but that is utility. But yes, so long and thanks for all the fish. So if I throw them away without pay, the whole team gets unhappy. If I pay them, I have to pay them a lot of money depending on how long they were on the team for, and some of these guys have been around for a long, long time. I guess Martin Lackey is the cheapest one to let go. I think I'll let go Omnisaya. Well done for your performance there, Shepard. Yeah, $2,000. That's a bit much to be paying, isn't it? But look at everybody's happiness. Let's see how that changes when this guy goes away. Considerably. I wouldn't want to let go 2 or 3 in a row. So I'll either let the morale get back up, or I will pay off some of the other ones. Besides, who knows, I might immediately run into some big problems where I need to bring them back in to fill some gaps, but the idea is we go around and we get some new recruits. One of the bigger questions might be, what exactly are we doing in the campaign right now? The company has gotten a lot stronger and a lot richer. It no longer feels like we're fighting for our life in every fight. So one of the things I want to do is make sure that everybody gets a bingo. I thought about just doing every single thing on the bingo sheet, but that includes a lot of dying that I don't necessarily want to do. Let's bring up said bingo sheet. I don't want to purposefully die to hyenas and dire wolves and friendly fire just to fill out bingo cards. But what I would like to do is get a bunch of this stuff done such that there's nobody that presents me with a bingo card that doesn't have a bingo. So even for your cursed one here, Dark Young, I'm sure I could fill it out by killing a Hexen and a... Oh well, no bad example. Weapon of Death is there. Well, I'm sure it can be done somehow. Hey, total party wipe has been put in there. Basically, at some point, there'll be people going, oh, I don't have a bingo, and then I check it and I do what I can to get them a bingo, and eventually there'll be nobody that can give me a bingo sheet that we haven't got done. Gives me a nice thing to do as I carry on with the campaign, because one of the problems with Battle Brothers is I feel like things tend to peter out. There's no terrific ending other than just retiring, so I want to have stuff to continue to do. Yeah, everyone but Young getting a bingo. What a life. Okay, no quests for us to do here. The arena is closed for another day. The weaponsmith does not have whips for me. I do want whips. I want whips and I want sword lances, and neither seem to be coming my way. Guns are a little tempting, but I think I'll pass by on that. I'm a little tempted by some more fire pots. They feel like a really nice get-out-of-jail-free card. But they don't come cheap. Whatever, I'll buy a couple more of them. I don't want to favorite them. Favorite my nets as well. Just keep everything up at the top there. Just keep a backup of certain equipment up there, so we have that at the ready if needed. Otherwise, things look alright, aside from my sad team. Do fire pots replenish? Fire pots do not replenish. Grenades are way too impactful to just have replenish. Although it's kind of insane how you can just buy them. I think it would make more sense if you could only craft them. It would give you a good reason to fight ifrits. I think I've come around on fighting ifrits for what it's worth. Their loot drop is actually quite valuable. I only have one line that can be done without you losing bros, and it's still 3 away. What are the 3 then? We look pretty good on tools, look pretty good on supplies in general. I got myself the Paymaster. Question is, do I want other ones? I'd love to have the lookout. I like the sight radius, and I love knowing what footprints are of. You know what the heck, I like that, that sight bonus. The Recruiter is a bit tempting, but I think I should take the Bounty Hunter. More champions, and champions mean, well, both money for slaying them, but also more items off of them. The Brigand. I'm not so sure I'm convinced on the utility of the Brigand. Can I take the Bounty Hunter? The Bounty Hunter's a cheeky looking guy, so I want him looking kind of big. Go on then. Go on. Champions can be a tough fight, but imagine the loot. Brigand is not only bad, but it breaks the speed and the auto-pause mod. Really? I don't recall having a problem with him when I was using him earlier. Which I don't think he's particularly good, it's just I do a lot of raiding, so it does get tempting to do. Alright, we got jobs, we got a taxidermist. We can get another serpent skin mantle, which I think I wanted for some reason. 30 durability at 2 fatigue is pretty good. Fire and firearms is not something we're often going to be coming across, but I'll take that anyway. I love little add-ons for armor. It's such a nice touch to the game overall. Who really deserves that kind of stuff? TBW. My beloved Flawn. Wilfred Dion, you should certainly have an add-on. We brought you in because you're extremely promising as a frontliner. That resolve absolutely needs to be made better. Your pathetic vision is not too shabby. I find it very fitting that Wilfred Dion is a tailor. If you've played his game, Kamidori, you'll know that he is indeed a tailor. And it's a great game. Nothing to speak of in the armor, is there? Although 200 power headgear might not be too shabby for some of my team. 200, huh? Well, I'm sure we'll be able to find that kind of good stuff down the line. You might want to look into the Legends mod, Jake. It's got, yeah, I'm not really interested in overhaul modding for this game, but the armor layer stuff does sound good. What kind of jobs we got here? Take this crate with its labeling to Spooky the Wise in Wunderstadt. We'll pay you a suspiciously large amount of money to do so. I could consider that. What's your other job? Partake in the restorative normative status for all. Oh, the indebted are rising up. You're speaking all fancy like. I get to kill a lot of people for 740 crowns. Practically do that for free. Besides, the indebted is a lovely target for using our really nice handgun. Yes, and it might cheer up a lot of our people to go around killing. I like the sound of that. If they're indebted, they're going to be really vulnerable to being shot as well. Pepperan is wondering where his sword lance has gone. I still need to get you that back, don't I? Alright, we'll do the quick exchange then. It should belong to you for now. What I'm also thinking is how I want another ranged unit in. If we're dealing with the indebted, they are not going to have much in the way of armor, so shooting them dead comes nice and easy. Wait, how did I not give you the right thing? I swear sometimes I click on people and it doesn't change this over. But that probably just means I'm not clicking right. I do want to shoot them. I I don't want to give up my sword lancing ways. Alright, how about we do it like that then? Means this side is a little weaker, so how about that then? Alright, that plantation is as good as reclaimed, my man. It's been a while since I played Battle Brothers, man. I hope I don't mess up my very first... Gobbo Raiders? Yeah, no, not having anything to do with you. And the Undead. That's a lot of Geists. We know how to deal with lots of Geists. Hold on, doesn't that flag look really familiar on the Undead? So I'm going to look at that in a moment. For now, there are Undeads. Not Undeads. Well, they're about to be dead. But there are people to kill. I suspect they'll come charging in, so let's go and see what they come and do to us. Ah, yes. Largely naked people charging into their demise. As it should be. Don't know why we couldn't just talk about all this. Alright, so Golden Deer has this wonderful setup where we switch handguns, reload the handgun on our next turn. There's going to be a lot of carcasses that were once the indebted. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have much in the way of range, so we just shield wall up at the front, embrace them coming our way, and then put them in their sorry little place. Also, the cutthroat should be taken down. When you kill an indebted, it only makes other indebted unhappy, whereas I want the cutthroats to be thinking twice about what they're doing. I could reload, or I could finish you off with this. Ah. Oh, hang on. The indebted gets scared by the cutthroats going down? I'm learning so much today. Learning so much today. Alright, get that shield wall up my front and centers. Yeah, EU3 quantity being taken here. There's a lovely button I can press. Where is it? Mass shield wall. I mean, have all your characters shield wall if they can this turn. Yes, means I don't even need to go around and click the button. Who wants to click buttons anyway? Although I'm sorely tempted to switch to a whip so I can actually get an attack in this turn. I'll let them come closer. It'll allow my pikes to do their work that bit better. Let's do this while we're at it. Get an idea for what we're dealing with. I really like that. Somebody told me getting the bird is a complete waste of time, and maybe they're right. But I rather like it, and if I like it, I'll have it. Yeah, peasants be peasants. It's funny, because you get lines about how we hate peasants, but also the starting line about how we are peasants, and we won't accept highborns in our ranks. Oh right, the pocket sand. Ah, but that's a cutthroat ability. I don't think the indebted know how to pocket sand. God, even sand in TBW's eyes, they're not going to like that very much, because here's our counter. One of them barely alive with 1 hit point, one of them very dead, and another one, you get him right in the shoulder and split it. I don't know how one comes back from that. Wait for another round, someone might fill the gap. For most fights it's air, but for some specific fights, they're a lot safer with that eagle. I just find that information is good to have. Is that a shield? No, it's just your sash-looking thing. I think the cutthroats are the more priority target than the indebted, but the axe is likely to just kill in 1 hit, so bye-bye. Indeed. Hand gone. Wait just a little bit longer. I think they're going to want to move into position. I certainly want them to move into position. And I'm going to take that kill because you get to double strike. You're not going to move in, you've got the range on you. So wait to see what the hand gone can do. There we go, it's looking a bit better set up for the hand gone now. How do you feel, Bar Baron? You feel like killing people, you say? I like the sound of that. While we're at it, I'd really like to move in on these guys so that they don't run away. We'll get over there. TBW, hold off just a moment. Wilfred Dion, you need some experience. You're really going places. Oh, well, you're not getting that. I guess you're just handing it over to Flawn then. I suppose I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. Jinx, no one's getting it. True Cult, hold out just a minute. Attle Winner. Hold up just a moment. The gun is a pretty big setup, so I want them to get their shot in. I really don't want these guys running away, so don't let them, Phoebe. Phoebe, chillax. I'll think about her a lot more with regards to Motorsport Manager than RimWorld at this point. Is this your second turn or your first TBW? I never know how to know. It must be your first bit because you got pocket sanded, so... So. Damn those shields. AI and its use of rotation. I don't particularly want to hit TBW. I don't think he'll like that, so let's just shank you to death. And then our rookie cop needs to start moving on in. Okay, hand gone. It's only 3 for the price of 1, but I'll take that. So we can shoot. We can switch gun. We can shoot again. And still reload. I could even switch, but I wouldn't be able to fire, so let's just reload. I love the double gunning. It's just right. What's all this about? Get out of here. Clearly not enough people have the RAR ability. Berserk, right? Get out of here. Continue to get out of here. This isn't even fair, these poor bastards. Switch out, reload, take that guy out. Do you want to do that again? I can't switch again though, you can only do it once per turn, even with the ability. Otherwise, I have a feeling we're going to be chasing people down, so Tamago gets stuck in there. Maybe Chillax should have let the dogs out, so I could ask who let the dogs out. I think a dog sounds like a good idea. Go for it, TBW. That could be the very wrong place for that dog. Oh, the peasants. Don't want my dog getting hurt though, so don't... Oh, okay, well, double down on the dogs then. Yeah, go figure they want away. Alright, Leon, put an end to that guy's miserable life. Funny that he switched out a fleeing guy just to make his own way out of here. He's a cutthroat for a reason, I suppose. Are our gunning days behind us, or do I have one good shot left in you? One final spurt. That would be friendly fire. Alright then, nothing wrong with a good javelining. Everything right with a good javelining. I suppose I too would be terrified by having these dogs chasing after me. But let none live. Yeah, exactly. Where's the sad music here? The game's being all hypocritical on us. Feeding slaves to dogs. And this is what Flawn was doing angel training for. Send in the dogs. Wilfred Dion, you're a known dog handler, but you're too winded to keep going. I really need to invest in your fatigue. Tricky because you have no stars in fatigue, but that just means I'll take it whenever there's a good roll on it. Part of the problem, if we can call it a problem, is that... Yeah, I get stuck in. I've given you heavy armor despite you being a low-level moop. And these sorry buggers, come on, stop playing with your food. You two, TBW. He's the leader of the bunch, you know him well, etc. As far as I can and let the dogs out. Hopefully they go south. It's kind of south. Really don't want to give Crazy Dave more kills, but if he earns it, he earns it. Alright, rip him to death, lads. Oh god. Nice catch, dog. Very nice catch. Poor wee dogs. Oh well. Lovely when we make them flee, after all. That means they will not be striking back at my beloved dogs, and then I can feed more slaves to my dogs. I'd turn on autopilot, but you know what? The dogs will kill the last guy. Just let them run it down. When did this company transition from mercenary company to animal shelter? When we encountered, I believe it was 15 Geists. And the only way we were winning that by letting the only way we were winning that was by letting the dogs out. And we did win it. There we go. Pacified. Here's a question. If I fight those 11 Geists, what do we get out of that fight? Because the last time I fought Geists, I got nothing aside from, I assume, the loot dropped out of their holding. Good job on level up Dion, and now we can fix your puny resolve. That's a low roll for a 3-star in melee. Do I take the 2 on melee defense or the 2 on fatigue? That's a difficult choice. They're both pretty paltry rolls. Really paltry. Yes, I'll take the fatigue. That really needs to be fixed. Although, yeah, the heavy armor and certainly very heavy helmet can't be doing you many favors. But that's okay. You're mostly there to be a shield wall after all, and someday you'll be brawny. But for now, we give you student because I want to invest in you. Let's go back. Lay claim to our prize. Servants pay the crownling. Yes, do pay me. Part of the reason I'm out here is I want to go and check out Hikma for its weapon place. Oh man, I do want those Geists. It was good fun fighting the Geists with pretty much only dogs, and I want to do it again. But most of all, I'm curious. What exactly do just Geists drop? You stay away, Kadim. Not interested in you. Also, that flag. Where have we seen that design? Oh, it wasn't on Crazy Dave's shield. Must be imagining things. I could have sworn Crazy Dave had that crest on his rancid old decayed shield. Alright. One nice thing about this is anybody that has a whip can really contribute to this fight, since it's long ranged, but it's melee, so it doesn't suffer that massive debuff. They got a range of 3, so they only need to get a little bit closer and they become a problem. You want to take a shot for absolutely nothing, Apple? Well, it was maybe worth a go. Get those dogs involved. The dogs are going to get spooked, no doubt about it, but they won't all get spooked. And their armor is irrelevant because Geists do armor negating damage. Also, dogs do not steal experience, they do still share it. You go get as close as you can. Yeah, not that close. And ask pertinent questions about who does and does not let dogs out. Having a bit of a hard time there, dogs. Come on. Get stuck in. There we go. Having all these dogs just seems right. Although seeing them being absolutely pathetic at landing their hits seems less right. Please, dogs. I know it's only about a 1 in 3 to land these hits, but please land them anyway. I think we're setting up for a pretty disastrous next turn at this rate. You've got your whip, right, TBW? It's free to switch. And it's 4 AP to crack that whip, so crack that whip. Guess we're all struggling on that front. Bigmar does not have a dog. Broken Dave has a dog. I'll keep going, lads. They can't spook all of us, probably. Oh, these are some miserable lacks of hits we're getting. Might be better with Pepperan over here to do the big attack if we get a shot with that next turn. And who knows, Golden Deer may or may not land a shot here. Oh, I'm going to be shooting my own dog. I don't like that. I don't like shooting my own dog. Especially since there's only 5% chance to actually hit these ghosts. Do it anyway. I'm sure the dog will be fine. Bane. Go for a flanking letting of the dog out there. Let out the police dog. Actual monster? The dog's still alive! And besides, they get turn advantage over the Geists. Look at this brilliant decision. Even the bleeding dog is doing fine. Who's that slow dog? Hang on, Bane and Bane? What could it all mean? Means we got a whole lot of dead Geists here. Maybe don't shoot again, Golden Deer. Didn't seem to be good for the dogs. For some reason this changes itself every time I load up the game. Go around for that glorious flanking maneuver. Okay, which means Leon's flank seems like a bit of a joke now. But having the whip out is seldom a joke. Papa. Go Hugo. Expertly done. Trainee Angel Flawn, you have quick hands. You can't quite get into range. True Colt, I want you in there. I want you protecting the other Bane if you can. I like the whip, but it seems to be constantly missing for me. How can this be? Crazy Dave? How crazy are you feeling? Filled with disappointment every time he lands his hits. The last thing I want is for Crazy Dave being even better, but he keeps getting better. War dogs and war hounds don't share the same initiative. Ah, you're right. War hounds are better than war dogs. Alright, someone put an end to this. Someone who's not going to shoot my own dogs. Someone like Stonix. Someone exactly like Stonix. See, the dogs are fine. They get full health restore at the end, and we do get some loot. That one bit of ammunition, I believe, is from the bullet that Golden Deer fired, so nice to know I got all of that back. 4 tools. Okay, basically a waste of time fight, except for the experience. Geists don't give too shabby an experience dump. But no way I'm taking on those Gobbo Raiders. Thank you, good night, and much love to them. Geists alone do not do that much morale damage. Do not know why. Yeah, Geists alone seem to be a bit of a joke as long as you have some dogs. If I didn't have the dogs, I'd expect my own troops to be fleeing constantly, and I only have one person that knows how to rally the troops. Yeah, I suppose it is a fight that costs me nothing, isn't it? Can't be too unhappy with that. Don't you want revenge on the goblins? I've already killed goblins, and I have no intention of doing it again anytime soon. Fewer items for sale, but I make more from giving out items. Also, they've got Ifrits. I don't think Ifrits are on any of the bingo cards. That might be a shame. Not interested in a second load of hand goning. No, it's the weaponsmith I'm here for. Where's the whip? Where's the scythe blade thing? You have neither. Gosh, I'm not getting good luck on finding those things. I might have to resort to fighting conscripts out of Hikmah, and I really don't want to do that. Fighting sand people's actual armies is tough. We got space for more tools, and there's no whip here. Constantly letting me down. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm going to buy some rice and some dates. I would really like the cook, but you need to have a bunch of different food types. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get up to 6 with you, but Oh, I made that serpent mantle. I never gave it to anybody. Really ought to change that. It has a little bit of heft to it. Who can survive with a bit of heft? Our Baron's already got something on. Pepperan, you're really good, and you're the only belly dancer we will probably ever have. So would you be so kind as to put this on? Only 2 extra fatigue, some good extra armor. Then again, that male shirt isn't particularly great, is it? Maybe as a belly dancer you should be wearing the gladiator harness, actually. Yeah, get that belly out, although it seems to suspiciously cover the belly. And that means someone else can get your other wares. Someone like Athelwyn. You're unlikely to be shot by fire and firearms there. Oh god, that ancient plated scale. It's a good thing you have the fatigue for it. I also need to make sure that I'm getting rid of some of these weapons and things that I no longer need. Glad to have some backup bill hooks though, that's for sure. You're meant to be ready for a back row stand-in. I'm unsure about letting go of VF Mikey. He does have half-decent melee skill, and his injuries aren't that impactful. Thanks to his iron lungs, his maximum fatigue isn't a big deal. It's all about maintaining the fatigue that he does have. You're also my stand-in bannerman if anything were to happen to Sigmar. So I do think VF Mikey's going to hang around. At least until someone dies, preferably him. Just makes my decisions easier. I don't think if anybody else deserves some better protection. Got a much better helmet for the real decoy, for example. What's the sell price around here? 21. That is absolutely selling material. Gut stabs tend to be lethal with how intestine and stomach damage is. I assume you mean in real life. I don't think we track those kinds of things in this game. Although gut wounds is a thing you get in this game. So many dogs in the inventory. We'll have to upgrade the cart at some point, but not currently. What kind of job she got for me? Take a crate of crudes to Tali Zora in Al Anwar to the west. What a courtesy. Once again, you're paying suspiciously good amounts of money for these easy cart goods from A to B job. I mean, Al Anwar is just a couple days travel. So I'm not opposed to doing that. But do you have anything that involves killing? How about a 3-skull Ifrit quest? I've been ignoring Ifrits, and for a while I was saying they're no fun to fight. Don't want to deal with them. And I still feel that way, but maybe I should, just to get them dealt with. Especially if they're paying me 3,000 crowns for the privilege. More than 3,000 crowns for the privilege. I think I can get that done. I think you just need to be patient with Ifrits. Have a good steady wall up, they'll eventually fling themselves at you and then just crush what they send at you. But I think they take reduced damage from stabbing, so you want to be sure that you slice and bash them. Although maybe they take reduced slice damage. What I do know, though, is that they take reduced damage from projectiles, so it's not a firearm fight. Well, I think I know that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about many things before. Alright, where are these so-called Ifrits at? I don't see any footsteps. I hope they're not over there. Can we even get there? We can. Okay. Bark. Muted growlings. Martin Lackey coming in clutch in an event, even though I have him on my get rid of list. Alright. So it seems like war dogs, Brazen and Rags are fighting, locked jaws on their necks. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Houndmaster, take care of it. Naked Martin Lackey does something. Calms the dogs, they pause. They do sit down. Just a small row between dogs. If you leave them to it, they can kill each other, I believe. And if you send in the bros, I think the bros can get injured. Martin Lackey saying he's always happy to help. Oh man, just wait until I tell him to go away. There we go. The Ifrits must be close. We can see their footsteps down there. They're also near someone else. The someone else is going away. 17 Ifrits. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, don't go into the wetlands. Jake doesn't like wetlands. Don't like anything that limits my movement. Alright. Yes, yes, come to me in the sand pit. Shouldn't be any problem here. We've got nice clubby weapons to deal with them. I assume axe works fine on Ifrit. Why would it not? Sand dunes, stone appears, unearthed. It's an Ifrit. Not the Ifrit I know from Final Fantasy. It's a lot. Barely an inconvenience. I'm sure we'll have them dealt with. I don't know if you can net an Ifrit, but I don't think I'm interested in doing such a thing. The problem with Ifrits is they merge into Big Ifrit, and Big Ifrit can do some surprisingly nasty damage if it hits you in the head, which it certainly can, and none of my bros get steel brow. I think the idea is just let them come to you. You'll just tucker yourself out running out. I think they're inexhaustible. Yeah, 400 fatigue on them. Although of interest, they only have 8 AP. Yeah, that's the thing to be worried about. But I think the trick is that don't waste your time fighting the big ones. Focus down and destroy the small ones, because if you kill the big one, it just splits into smaller ones. And they're also pretty damn meaty to kill. Also, what are we dealing with? That doesn't look like many, but the small ones merge into medium ones, which merge into big ones. So, just be on your guard, lads. Maybe I should open up a bit. I think you want to create little pockets inside yourself for them to pop into, so I'm going to step back with Chumro. And maybe step back with Leon as well, just to invite them to throw their little offspring into the wee bits there. That means you, Kennedy, get back. Come and have a go. Yeah, look at Crazy Dave. I don't have anyone expendable on this team. I don't want any of my guys to be dying. He's right there. I should just move in and clobber this thing to death. Very easy to hit. I wonder if they have a reduced melee defense or any kind of reduced defense. There we go. Makes my life easier. I think that even made some people quite happy. So as long as these guys can take a step back, all will be well. Don't want them caught out of formation after all. Holy Christ, what was that? That was a huge hit on Wilfred. Ifrit's hit a little harder than I thought. Bruised his leg, took him down to not much health, and I didn't give 9 lives to Wilfred Dion. The order in here is never quite what I'm expecting. Yeah, look at that. Crunched its way through his mail shirt. Worse than I thought. Maybe I should be getting those shield walls up. Although they have just gone and brought another Ifrit over here to be smashed. That was him nearly dying. 17 is a lot. Anything more than 8 is a potentially deadly. Really? Maybe I had these guys misjudged. Potentially deadly, huh? Scary stuff. Maybe I should have them in a line shield walling up, but now there's an enemy that I need to be dealing with here. I think that was the big one. Spat out one of his little things and became smaller ones. Worrisome. What'll it be, Dion? You're the one that's in a bit of a mess right now. Also, you have such poor fatigue. Yeah, the numbers change as they merge into bigger or smaller ones. And maybe TBW can learn from what we just saw and keep his shield up. Calm yourself down, Wilfred. Calm yourself. It knows that Wilfred can die. Now, those big buggers, huh? Be great to focus these guys down and then prepare ourselves somewhat, but shield wall up. I move in and take you out, or just have you leap forward and harmlessly touch us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But yeah, these ones can split down into much more deadly looking ones. Ah, see, the small ones just give us a gentle little tap. I'm thinking about poor Dion here. Maybe have Flon move forward to tank a hit. Let Dion get out of the danger zone. No, it's just because it was Dave. That would have killed lesser men. Plenty of lesser men than Crazy Dave, that's for sure. Alright, True Colt, we want you to go and flank in on this guy. He did his projectile, but he hit his own friend. Alright, Wilfred, I'm not here to have people like you die, so go and stagger away, please. We'll take care of this. That piercing damage not doing much at all to you. I was thinking they were hard to miss, but now I keep missing them. How can this be? Go next, the hammer. Hammer him down. Worry a bit about getting too close for comfort with these things. Go, go, Crazy Dave! Ah, was a good try. Worrying that they have turn priority over me. That's also worrying. See, they get a full heal when they come together like that. I don't know if they can split out when they're engaged in melee. But the bigger concern is that these medium ones merge into one of those big ones. And it is quite the concern. Just have fewer of them. The stuff that Ifrits drop are worth quite a lot. I think their sulfuric sands are worth something like 2,000. Although, of course, you're only selling that for about 400 in a settlement. But it still seems rather nice. Rookie cop. Around the side. Baron. What are we dealing with here? I think I might rather just keep my shield up now that I'm looking at this thing straight on, because God knows what these guys are going to want to do. And if I hit it, it's just going to get all of its health back anyway. But then what if it just keeps hitting us? I don't know. Let's not have this to deal with. Guess I can take a shot for nothing on you. Give you the fear of God. If I break it, it breaks into small ones. Keep that shield up, Flon. Haha, and that's why I kept the shield up. So there we go. Ah, but it caused this. Now, was that it gaining one or losing one? I think it was size 2, and it split into you, and now that. That thing's about to go. Don't want it destroying True Colt, but I do need to take care of this thing. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Yeah, TBW doesn't like to cower at the back. If I keep all 3 of you engaged in shield wall, then you'll all have a really nice bonus to not getting murked. Ha ha ha! For all I know, that made all the difference. You just get out of here, Wilfred Dion. Like I said, I'm not here to get you killed. Speaking of people I'm here to get killed, Crazy Dave, move on in. These things have absolutely no morale check. I wonder if it's worth letting the dog out on you. Yes, I will. Won't do much, but it'll provide another target if nothing else. What do you think, Barbarian? Keep hitting this thing? It's probably going to have these guys merge and then merge with you, which is all problematic for me. Just let yourself be for now. The hammer strikes again. The hand of evil strikes again. Says I. I'll leave that little hole in case I want to throw another one of the Ifrits my way. I don't think it's dog army time. Dog army would get smushed. Although, on the plus side, the enemy wouldn't gain confidence from it. Of course, they also don't lose confidence from... Oh boy, there's size 3 Ifrit, and there's another one coming my way. I think we might be able to destroy this thing. Who did that even hit? Bigmar? It's a good sign that he took almost nothing out of that. Hammer time. Get clubbing. I'll leave it be for now. Oh, please, Barbarian, it's a giant rock. How does one miss a giant rock? Perhaps Flong can tell us. Oh boy, you can't. Dog? No. We still have Phoebe Chillax to bend the rules. Or the real decoy. Ah, see, there we go. One of them goes down, these two spit out. I don't know if destroying the bigger ones can proc a drop or not. A monster drop, but perhaps I'll never know. TBW is still at the front line. Probably doesn't want anything other than keeping his shield up in that case. Wilfred, just stand there and... Actually, that's a bad idea. Just get away. Crazy Dave. Just hold tight, Crazy Dave. At least they can't merge into another big one. Like, you can go size 2, you can go size 2, but I don't think there's more than that that's coming. Hiding behind that shield, they should be called Bobby. Got him. Against an inexhaustible foe, you can really feel the difference in our fatigue, but no sense letting our people get tuckered out. I don't even feel the need to move in to engage with these guys. TBW knows what he's doing. Has he? He's led the team to greatness ever since he took over. Oh no, the dog doesn't know better though. That's not even an armored dog, which I suppose makes it less of a loss. Here's a bit of a problem. These guys could definitely merge up, so if I attack one but don't kill it, and then I'm just going to see them merge. Go, 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 Barbarian, but I think you're going to suck up... No, I don't think you can suck up this guy. They need to be adjacent. At least that's what I will believe. And who would believe? Ah, right, yes, moving and merging. That's an idea. Probably better to hold tight. Potentially with some shield walling going. That dog is very dead. Why did I let that dog out again? Just take it easy, folks. Good call. Very good call. Only does 1 damage to the shield as well. I do like to see that. Could always rotate out the dog, but the dog will just charge right on in. That much we can be sure of. And look, we got ourselves a little friend. A little friend to start poking to death. Don't know why we get such a slicey, fleshy sound from hitting an Ifrit, but hit the Ifrit we do. You know, if Wilfred Dion hadn't taken that shot, I would feel very confident about this and be charging on, going, they're just Ifrits. But I must say, that was quite the hit. I guess that was a size 3 Ifrit doing a projectile. And I suppose one could think it only did 42 damage. It's not like he had agile or particularly heavy armor. I don't know, still leaves me feeling a bit antsy. I don't see any reason to get aggressive here, just let them come to us. But do keep those shields on the front up. Does Crazy Dave count as a shield on the front that I want to keep up? Absolutely not. Bye, dog. Oh, double bye, dog. At least they can't do any further merging. So if I can just focus down you, soon they won't be able to merge into big things anymore at all. Scott Kennedy, move back. Let someone with a shield take the quarry. Maybe don't kill my own dog. Don't even feel tempted. Take a step back. Don't want to take a step back. Want that thing dead. Deader than dead. Victor doesn't have pike mastery, so he can't move in and do a strike at the same time. Should call it your find there. The real decoy. Does have mastery. Move on in, move on out. This guy is very much eyeing you up, so Baron and Flon get those shields up. Maybe Chillax, maybe less so, but still get it up. There we go, there's the split. Completely misses and lets us bully it to death. That effort's already done, so just don't tuck yourself out, Flon. And you just stay right there. In fact, we're going to ignore Wilfred Dion for the rest of this engagement. Got Kennedy get behind the shields. Stone hammer, bring him down. And how you get confidence out of that, maybe I'll never know. I know a lot of people are just wasting their turns, but consider them as just saving their energy for when it really matters. Ah, welcome Pizza Knot. And welcome Real Decoy. What is this thing? This is an Ifrit. Not as you'd know out of Final Fantasy, it's really just sentient rocks. But they hit pretty hard. Wilfred Dion is living testament to that. One shot and almost down he went. And he doesn't have 9 lives. I only just gave him Student. Look at that shield up flaw, and that big guy's eyeing you up. That kind of shot to the head would probably completely murk a guy. Maybe they'll aim for the dog. Your turn is done, but sadly I'm a little bit blocked from hurting you. I'll try my luck hurting you anyway. The whip would almost do something against you, which is a terrifying thought. Somewhat tempted to move Crazy Dave in. There's not a lot he can do in that kind of situation. Now, how much does it rotate? 3 AP would bring you down to 4. That would still let you smash. Go, go, Crazy Dave. Ah, all that for that. Keep that shield up, Flon. I don't trust the big guy. Same with you, Phoebe. I was right not to trust. You missed anyway, but trust is a real issue. Sigmar, pokey pokey. Wilfred Dion, I thought I said that we're ignoring you. That's not TBW. That's not Dion, that is TBW. Get smashing. Puts Crazy Dave in a compromising situation. They can still merge into one of those size 3 things, though. By the way, these are the worst fights for Auto Battler. It just keeps charging on in, hitting the fully recharged Ifrits. It's very disheartening to watch. That guy should have been dogged. I'll still dog you, though. Eat the rocks, dog. Hey, I had a dog that ate coal. I don't trust them not to merge. They will likely merge, so I don't want to break formation. And all is well. Oh, well, man. I wonder how the rocks feel about dogs. The answer is they feel like killing dogs. They feel like trying to kill Crazy Dave. They can still merge into one more 3 size, but that is it. One more of these things gone, and there's no more 3 sizes to deal with. Nothing wrong with losing a dog or two in an engagement like this. We are certainly getting paid more than the dog's worth. Considerably more. Victor doesn't have pike supremacy, so don't move in for that. Seems like a waste of your skills. See, TVW takes a hit, but it was only from a size 2, so much less impactful than the damage done to Wilfred Dion. Once a size 3 is no longer a risk, I reckon I'll be charging on in. Be much less threatening. Then again, they seem very keen on just getting themselves killed right now. I'm only too keen to oblige. TVW also only too keen to oblige. How do you feel, Crazy Dave? He'd like to get his shield up, but he's too knackered. Okay. Boy, that dog being there is such a liability. Shouldn't have let dogs out. It was a greedy move, done by a greedy man. That is to say me. Tamago has quick hands, but the whip will do nothing against that armor. First time we need to call PETA on someone that isn't Sea Fusion. I've done a lot of nasty things to dogs in this run. It is sad, but very true. Alright, just let them come. Or let them kill my dogs. They'd rather become huge than eat my dog. And now, there are no more size 3s coming my way. Alright, maybe I can move in on this then, since these 2 cannot merge. It takes 3 to merge after all. Victor, go and make a difference. Go and fail to make a difference. We are the Mace Men. Charge. Them, lad. A bit knackering all this running around, but hey-ho. A tempting kill on my own dog, but not one I'll take. Gumrow sadly also does not have mastery, so can't move 2 and attack. We can get stuck in there. And if they want to purposely break down, then I'm all the happier to see it. Pretty sure these enemies can't be stunned, although I haven't been checking. Wouldn't make a lot of sense to stun a rock, would it? Let's have a look. Yeah, immune to stun, but not immune to TBW clubbing them to death. Alright, very good. These guys are history. I'm heading off to an exam, says Sergen. Don't wipe while I'm gone. I will try my best not to. We've only wiped once in this campaign. And we still bounced back. As was preordained. Even the dogs are doing alright. Act in 13 turns. Ritter doesn't look in a great space, but I'm sure Ritter will be fine. We all know what Ritter means, right? We've all played Settlers of Catan. Sorry, Zettlers of Catan. Played that so much in my university days. It was just the game to play. Continue to ignore poor Wilfred Dion. He's not a happy man right now. Hitting this thing is probably a waste. It's likely going to split up and get a full heal out of said splitting up. Oh, well now, Crazy Dave. Not feeling so hot now, are we? Maybe you can get that shield of his up for next time. An incredible way for Crazy Dave to go, just beaten to death by rocks. Crazy Dave, I intend not to die. I'm going to let him go. I'm going to take him to a farm upstate where he can live his days happily. At least that's the plan. That shield up. Oh, what happened? Smashed his poor hand. It's only attack skill, so get that defense of yours up. The boss needs to get in there, but there's no room for the boss. Well, TBW. Make a cursory look around there. In goes Scott Kennedy. Dog in the way. Probably have one of these things around. Flawn, you want to get stuck in? Don't let the dog get in the way. Yeah, Flawn, of course you want to get stuck in. That leaves room for the real decoy to move in and do nothing. Go here, decoy. Thanks, dog. Thanks, other dog. Barbarian? Just work on the surround bonus. I mean, this guy is surrounded, but this one is less so. Scott Kennedy can move one and strike. Victor can move one and strike. And hang on, it only became one Ifrit. Why didn't it become two? Will wonders ever cease? Well, it doesn't matter too much. Get the hammer out. Who was it that was telling me, oh, 8 Ifrits is a threat? Because these seem pretty bullied Ifrits to me. Pretty damn bullied Ifrits. Ifrits we've kind of lost the ability to miss on now as well. See, it's like there were no Ifrits. Although, comparing effort to experience, I'd far rather be fighting those Geists. Just someone not as good at this game, says Young. I don't know. You weren't a good measure of my game skill when I was playing Into the Breach. I've got 150,000 points saying you're not good at this game, Jake. Alright, that was a very sad amount of loot, but what they do drop is really nice, worth 2,000. You can also turn it into grenades, but I think the money you get on that is pretty low. I'd rather just sell them. Still, Ifrits are down. Bit of a shame I didn't put them on the bingo. Down they go. For 3 grand as well. That was certainly what makes it worth our time. Ah, there we go. Dark Young getting rid of his ill-earned points. In a show of prostration. Surely. Let's have those marked as sold. They are valuable, but they're valuable in terms of getting me that money. I need more frontliners, although I could sacrifice one frontliner for having one backliner. But just having more options would be good. Tamago, you continue to do alright, although it's a sad, sad looking level up. Very sad. Why do I keep you around, Tamago? I often forget what it is I want to give these people. I'll use TBW as an example then. I like big pockets, but I really like underdog. Make you far less likely to get mulched on that front line. Now about you, Hammer, Stonex, what do you not have? TBW has. You don't have quick hands, and I like people being able to quickly hand over to their battle whip. So take your quick hands unless you're missing something vitally important for survival, which you're not. I like the club and the whip. So if you're out of range, you can just switch to the battle whip and either go for an attack if they're low or out of armor, or go for a disarm if they're a high value threat. And look at that, now that's a nice level up. On top of that, some really good fatigue getting. Stonex continues to be a great member of the team. All that out of a fisherman as well. Have them back, you rotter. Again, I'm pretty sure that's the lowest roll you can get on Malay skill with 3 stars. We've already fixed your resolve, but you need fatigue. Let's get that resolve to be a little bit higher, though. And let's get you 9 lives, so I don't worry about you in that kind of situation again. I do value 9 lives over Colossus, even if their hit points are good. Speaking of which, Victor, here are your 9 lives. That's more like it. Get that back row thumping done. Might give you a bit of range defense, just in case you get shot, and there will be a day I want you sweeping with one of those big sword lances, so get your fatigue up in preparation. And that was it for your level ups. Now give me my money. This version of me gets 9 lives, the first version just died. We already have a Victor Fiora? Well, you would remember better than me. There's a lot of dead. Oh, yeah! Would you look at that? Impaled by an orc young when you had 0 kills to your name in your second fight. How sad. What isn't sad, though, is getting 3 grand. I can straight up get myself a retinue with that kind of money. And that's not a bad idea. Upgrading the cart is also not a bad idea. But who do I want? I want that cook. But I need a lot of different kinds of provisions. I'll get more of those when I head up north, though. It'd be easier if I had some more rice to hand. Get myself some nicey ricey. Maybe get myself some more bandages. I always seem to be short on those. And a few more nets. This is a coastal area. They have nets. I will buy nets. Even at the high prices. And look at that. There's the payoff for fighting Ifrits. I don't know what the drop rate is in these sulphurous rocks. It feels like I got a bit scunnered only getting 3 of them. But worth 2 grand, selling for 431, that is delectable. Is there a taxidermist here? There is not. They can be used to make fire pots, but I'd rather just buy fire pots. Because fire pots require the sulphurous things, and actually I think a jagged fang. Definitely savings to be had there, but fire pots are more of a have to get out of a bad situation kind of weapon. Fire pots are mess, as Kappa Bumbai. I don't know about that. I haven't used them much, but they certainly deal a lot of damage to shrats. Okay, you want me to head over to the other Vizier? I'm going in that direction anyway, so I will graciously accept. The armor wouldn't, not the armor, the weaponsmith wouldn't have been kind enough to stock up whip while I'm gone, would he? All I want's whipping and sword lancing, and the south just refuses to give them to me. It's very rude of them. Alright, back to Al Anwar one goes. Bit of bust for getting the sword lances. Again, I could fight these guys down here, but no way do I win against that. Those gunners would utterly annihilate me. Hyenas, you say? We like fighting hyenas. Well, maybe Crazy Dave the Dying doesn't like that so much. But we like shooting hyenas. Very much like shooting hyenas. And if I were to give you the switcheroo... Wilfred Dion's not very happy with the situation either. Do something like, but not necessarily this, and utterly ravage those hyenas. Ah, well no, hang on, I've still got my expendables, don't I? Give him another chance on the front line. I'm sure Lupin wants to get stuck right in there, but yes, hyenas are so good for their pelts. Dying to hyenas is on the bingo, wink wink. You make a compelling argument. You know, Greg died, and I think Greg should die again. Who's gonna make space for Greg? Drumroll. Take a step back. We're gonna feed Greg to the hyenas to help people out with their bingo sheets. Also saves me on costs. Yeah. Go get him, Tiger. Maybe he shouldn't be completely unarmed. He can at least go out there and stab them with something. And it's not a big loss if he has a shield on it, but the things I want him dead don't magically block them with that shield. Yeah, actually get this with the double grip. Give them what's for with that falchion. Didn't I say earlier that I wouldn't just be throwing lives away? I guess I lied. Greg not so happy right now. What's your stats there, Greg? Oh, you would have made a great thrower as a miner, right? Actually, I think you were my backup standard, bro, but too bad. Your utility has been brought into question. You gave him a weapon. He has a chance. It's funny, the hyenas all seem to realize where their munchies are coming from. Golden deer, be ready for the big toot. The way they're coming at us, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're all here. They all smell tasty Greg sandwiches. Interesting. I don't have a good way to just flank round on them, do I? They're all going to come along here. Not too bad, I suppose. After all, they might still come up this way. I just don't think they will. Let's get Decoy back a bit, because I can see this going wrong for him. There, Greg, the humility. Could make another throw with a heavy axe, but instead I'll keep reloaded. I think Barbarian and Phoebe should shield up, maybe not so much Flawn. What you gonna do, Greg? You gonna go and get that kill? You tried. He really tried. That round would be a great setup for the big swoop attack here. However, Golden Deer's not in a great position to be letting off the big toot. Well, you never know. Don't know how they're going to approach me. We will wait and see. I don't think they could get to TBW and do reasonable damage to him, so it's not worth shielding up with him just yet. Although I should probably step in a bit more, especially with someone as disposable as Lupin. See what we can encourage these overgrown rats to do. Oh, he tried so hard. No, they really are going around the flanks. Clever. Very clever. Pepperan, can you assess their cleverness? Perhaps with an attack. Pretty good. I'm going to want some added support down here, Victor. Feel it. You'd be shooting two of our own buddies if you did this, Golden Deer. Not sure I'm into that. It's like they know to avoid my gun. However, what if you were here? Yeah, I think if Flawn got out of the way, I could move the gun over here and do some pretty biblical damage. That does require Flawn not being there. Go, Hugo. Some of them get to act. Stay there for a wee bit. Flawn, Barbarian. Let it be for now. I want to let off the big toot. Point blank shot there, Athelwyn. Point blank shot and a miss there, Athelwyn. Good show. There we go. Yeah, didn't know what hit it. Could let out the dog. Help the back line a bit. But the dog will just get eaten, of that I'm quite certain. Oh boy, they want to get shot as well. Who am I to deny them? Damn. 2 misses in that thing. That leaves Athelwyn in a precarious situation. Alright, so my glorious idea was that you move over here, and then you do this shot. And you do kill one, which allows me to easily switch gun, and then do it again. Decent chance of saving you with that shot. Actually, 95% chance to hit that Hyena would be very dead. I'd save Athelwyn. And that feels like the more pressing flank, so I will miss out on my opportunity to do this. Splendid. Athelwyn should be very pleased with that. What about letting the dog out? Finish off this Hyena. Dog versus Hyena. Armored dog as well. Give it a go. Yeah, excellent job there, Rags. Stone X, you got quick hands, right? Absolutely. Move over here, switch out, and put an end to that thing. Beautiful. Take the high ground in case the animals get any ideas. And Barbarian, surely you want to move in and capitalize on all of this. Of course he does. He's just that good. TBW never leads from behind. He's going to move in to aid my archer so he doesn't get shot again. Attel Winrar, get out your axes! Far from a problem. Hey, did come up and say hi to Lupin. Well, that's nice, because Lupin is another one of the expendables. My expendables. More expendable than the dog, please. Oh, but less expendable than Pepper Ann. It's an unhappily bleeding dog, but this is a very happy attack. This is why I love the Sword Lance. 1 attack, 3 targets. Wapoosh. God, it's good. Did I use a bandage to save a dog? I don't know how much bleeding damage that is, 10 or 20, but Sigmar could heal you. Could. Right, Barbarian, you got overwhelmed, so your odds of hitting are not great. Landing the shot, though. Happy with that. Thinking it's not really gun o'clock around here, it's more javelin time. Which is a very real time. And this flank is much more secure than this, and I want to try and save my dog. How that axe is looking. Not in a position to be hitting any of these without doing unfriendly fire, so just shots for nothing. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's a bad day to be you, Hyena. Very bad day to be you. Stone Axe can actually just whip from all the way back here. Look at that. Look at that. That Hyena is already dead, even if it does run away. You go. Do you want to run in and spook that thing? Yeah, because TBW is going to go and finish the spooky job. That's what he does. Terrifies everybody. It's TBW's specialty. Lawn, that thing is out of here. That thing's also dead, but it's only dead after it gets a turn, so feed it to the dogs. Feed them all to the dogs. Could have rotated out the dog now that I think about it. Keep it safe. Keep it more in Sigmar's expertise area. He could have moved in and bandaged, right? No, it costs 6 AP to bandage. How unsightful. Phoebe is still not feeling so great, but get to work anyway. Right, you're about the only real threat left. And if you're bonked and terrified, then there's not really a threat, is there? Alright, done and done right. I'm gonna rotate with that dog. Just in case. Ah, there we go. The dog will be fine. It's not bleeding that much. And 50 health in a dog is plenty. Can't believe that naked guy in the front line died. How could this have happened? I gotta save on costs, you know. Barbarian, let's see how good of a thrower you are. Abysmal. Alright, Pepperan, let's see how good of a belly dancer you are. Freaking splendid. Make sure that thing can't get away. Really cannot get away. Absolutely will not get away. I bet a Warhound would have finished that fight. Real decoy. Finish this flank. And then that thing's already dead, so no need to even worry about it. What was that noise? Didn't sound good, whatever it was. Actually, Stone Axe, you're range 3, so... Don't know how an enemy being surrounded makes it easier to whip them. I guess you have to be really good at aiming a whip. Surprisingly good experience off of... Oh, come on! He even got a good result out of that. Upping his resolve yet further. Making him potentially a better bannerman. Oh well, this is what I'm really here for. Give me the goods. Brain damage. Not happy about the brain damage. Look at that resolve. 98. Almost as good, but nowhere good as a Malayer as Sigmar, even though Sigmar isn't that great. Come on, Greg, we'll find somewhere else to bring you to early retirement. I still get my cook though, even with that extra bit of meat. I've only got 4 out of 8 provisions. I'll definitely need to enhance that up north. Yeah, Sigmar's got the brain damage, and it was great for him to get that as well. Make no mistake. What do I even have here? I got stuff I want to get rid of, that's for sure. What's the sell price around here? Always feels like the sell price is very positive down south. Perhaps that's meant to be a reflection of how decadently wealthy they are. But yes, if I don't need it, just sell it. And if it's hyena fur, go to the not the alchemist, the taxidermist, and ask him to kindly make me a mantle or 2. Don't think I ever want antidote. It's just a constant useless thing to carry around, except for those few cases where it's vitally important. But whoever wants to prepare for those. TBW is around as a potential medic. I think what I wanted was all of my frontliners to ultimately be holding a whip and some bandages, and if they have extra slots, net and firepot. The net's not so good for them even with quick hands, because quick hands doesn't give a bonus to switching out the shield. But I do like the idea that if someone's about to die, bandages could save their life, although it's very AP intensive to do, and as we have seen... Man, I severely am unhappy with the lack of whips around here. How could I need an armorer to get me whips? Right, Flawn, Trainee Angel, doing amazingly well. Great dodge tank. Keep going with that resolve, and do I take a poor melee or a poor-ish load of resolve? Let's get a resolve in all of that, I think. No. Land your hits, please, Flawn. She's giving her all, don't you know? Looking really good with what you have. I'm not even sure I want to give you Colossus. Your hit points aren't that much to write home about to begin with. I might prefer to give you Nimble and then eventually give you some Nimble gear to up your effective HP. What else do I tend to do for these people? Brotate. Yeah, you don't have Brotate. Bear in mind you still have 1, 2, 3 perks I can get you. Might give you some big old bags and belts, make you more of a multi-utility character. Like TBW. Tough choices. I think Nimble falls off pretty hard the more that you add on this fatigue, but I don't know the real numbers for it. I'll give you Nimble anyway since your health is so low. And that reduces it by 30%, not insignificant. And we can do even better than that. Because that new mantle that I just made. Somewhere, here we go. It'll lower the durability, but it will significantly reduce the fatigue. And then Nimble is blocking 61. I was blocking 39, but still, that was a good shift right there. Who else could do with a good mantle? Greg? No, definitely not Greg. Truecolt's been enjoying no mantle for a long time. He can take this one, though, because he has plenty of fatigue to go around. And then... I don't know why I keep Tamago around, but I do. Here you go, Phoebe Chillax. You deserve that. Tamago's already got some plates on his bits there. Ah, Hugo. Hugo's quite good to give this to because it doesn't add any extra weight to it, to that already immensely fatiguing stuff. And Phoebe Chillax also enjoying the level up here. Keep those mediocre stat rolls going. We've got bottomless fatigue, which I do like to see. Maybe we do something about that resolve. I know it's 40 due to Fearless, but 44 just sounds so much better. And otherwise... get that brawny on you, perhaps? Why do you have so many dogs? Why would I not have so many dogs? They're really, really good. They offer up another battlefield target. It's another turn of action. It's more fatigue damage on my enemies. It hunts down people that run away. It's a complete counter to Geists. They really eat bone enemies well as well. Yeah, dogs are amazing. Perhaps the other question is, what would I have instead of dogs? I thought the scout told me what these footsteps were. Is the scout not doing her job? Reveals extended information about footprints. Okay, what do you tell me about them? Ah, it does say, and it's serpents. I'm not sure I'm up for fighting more serpents. The mantle isn't as good as a hyena mantle. So maybe the serpents just want to leave me be. The serpents do not want to leave me be. But I want to leave them be. A few blade dancers. This would be a way, funnily enough, to get my hands on... Oh, hang on. Couldn't I lead the serpents into here? That's a lot of them, though. Holy moly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 26 or so. I think the serpents would get mulched by these guys. Doesn't seem worth the risk, although I was looking at the blade dancers thinking how much I would enjoy to steal their swords off of them. But that was just too much for me to want to risk. Yeah, blade dancers and desert stalkers are very deadly, yeah, and it was up to 6 of them, which was more than I was keen on. Maybe if the 2nd Regiment of Al Anwar wanted to join me on that fight, it would be a different story. Maybe not the Burning Sun Company, though. I have your payment here, all coin accounted for. I will not take offense if you wish to count it. Oh, you already are. Very good. Alright. We just cannot seem to get our luck with finding... Oh, a whip. Wonderful. And a sword lance. Okay, this just became an amazing job. Simply coming over here for those items immediately pays off. No whips in the market, although I don't know if whips ever go to market. I'll stock up on some rice and maybe a touch of cheese, dates, and bread while we're here. Oh yeah, that way Pepperan gets to have it, and somebody else. I think Hugo wanted a sword lance, because with that kind of melee skill... Actually, it's a mix of melee skill and fatigue that I need on somebody to be a sword lancer. I think that is going to be Hugo, but Victor shows more promise when it comes to leveling up with that melee skill. Any other potentials? The real decoy... Well, ultimately I want most of my backline enjoying sword lances. I just think they are so tip-top. They do lack out a little bit of damage and armor damage against the billhook. Quite a lot of armor damage, actually. But the area of effect attack is just too good to pass up. When do items refresh? I don't know. I think it's a passage of time thing, but I wouldn't claim to understand. Razor Dave, get back on that front line. Imperative Greg, we still want to get rid of you. We're having a poor run of luck of it. Maybe I'll just let him go. If I'm not going to get people dead to hyenas that easily. My people will be unhappy, but when are they not unhappy? Especially with that terrifying compensation that they ask for and aren't going to get. Get out of here. Oh, nobody seems to mind me getting rid of him. Amazing. I guess nobody really liked Greg. Sorry, Martin Lackey, you're next on the chopping block. I'm not that sorry. Get back in there, Wilfred Dion. You've got your 9 lives now. You can handle a bit of cruel punishment. 3 skull with more ifrits. I don't think so. We already fought ifrits once. It's not a very exciting fight. Who get back in the arena? Ooh, against Webnachts. How many people have Webnachts on their Bro Dies To list? I do, says Dark Young. 6 Webnachts with 3 bros, though. Ah, go on, what's the worst that could happen? Well, I could lose 3 bros, but isn't that what we're going for? Lupin, Lieutenant Surge, and... Not Crazy Dave, we're not that cruel. We don't have any of the expendables on the front line, do we? Nope, so I guess it's these 3 heading back in to maybe make me some money at the very end of all of this. Surge, you like having your... I think it's a waste of time to throwing net Webnachts. But they do extra damage when they get you caught. Martin Lackey. Get stuck in there. I guess this is okay. Don't be losing me my javelins now. And you're not allowed the dog. You have to take these slave collars. I don't fancy their chances against Webnachts, but getting rid of them is also quite good. Yeah, the spiders get to eat good tonight. It also saves me money if they lose, because that compensation, or the amount of beer I'd have to buy people to make them less unhappy at losing people. They don't even care that I got rid of Greg, not in the slightest. What was Greg's background? Was he a cripple or something? Maybe people don't mind me losing cripples. Bit bummed about putting in someone with half-decent armor in there. Take on this more chitsy male. The shields are fairly expendable. Knife won't save you there. Net won't save you much there. Just gotta get in there and kill those damn spiders. Alright, come and have a go. It's the netting I'm worried about. I actually think this is a fairly deadly fight. Kind of thing where you'd probably want to bring in a grenade, but then it's not going to be cost effective, is it? Nice of them to move in, though. Might be able to get some easy and early morale damage going. Or just killing them. That'll be good, right? Oh, well, it was a start. Let's get our friend out of there, shall we? Let's fail to get our friend out of there, shall we? 51. Pretty good. Pretty good. Holy smokes. We ever just gonna lose around here? Guess anything's possible. Want to break free from this life. Oh, wow. We ain't losing today, it seems. Too easy. And to think I want these guys gone. Well done on the promotion, Lieutenant Surge. What a pit fighter. Still want you gone, though. You are there to be expended. Yeah, how many of those kills was Surge? I feel like it was most of them. Alright, let's head up north for a bit, shall we? I want to get enough different food types so that I can get the cook. Currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you need 8. Maybe I can raid someone along the way that has some nice rations. It was a tough decision, but you had to cut Greg the Imperative loose. It appears you should have consulted the rest of the men first. None of them are happy with your choice. He'd been in the company long enough to make friends. Even those who weren't close to him still felt his place in the battlefield ensured their own safety. They'll get over it. They literally will. That's why I can't really cut everybody loose at once. Crazy Dave needs to be let loose, but you know what? My plan is to actually take Crazy Dave... Oh, hello. There's a donkey, idle, defeated, and there's a trader saying, "Have you come to take my things? You needn't kill me. Take what you want." I'm not going to help him get on the road again. That's not how we work around here. Just grab what you can. Tools, meds. A meager thanks. Just let him be. Yeah, there's a nice farm up north, so I think we will let Dave go with money so that he can continue to fight the zombie menace with his plants over in the farmlands. And there are some actual farmlands up there. Right here. I don't think wheat was part of the plants and Plants vs. Zombies, though. Yeah, with a pot on his head. That's probably what he'll spend all of his money on. A wonderful silver pot for his heed. I think he never even went down once. Awfully nice of you, Jake. What's the catch? The catch is I'm not going to be that nice to any of the other members. I am actually very much tempted to be fighting some of these companies, but 24 is maybe a bit much. 20 though. Go for 20. I can't say that and then not go for 16 when they come my way. Problem is everybody's... Well, no one gets confident, but I guess that's not too bad. Hey, who knows? Crazy Dave might not live to get up to the farm up north. He might die to the company. Billman, Arbalisters, a standard bearer of Eisenstein, 16 on 16. Don't you dare! But I do dare. I'm gonna want an axeman for this kind of encounter. Ooh, but look at that trading caravan. Well, it's not from where I'm after. Save and save often. Although we don't reload, it makes me feel better about my decisions. Am I missing anything, or does everybody seem pretty well tooled up for this encounter? It's the Arbalisters that I am most worried about, but whatever, let's get stuck in. The Arbalisters put a bit of pressure on me to actually move in on these guys. Can I move in Barbarian and get him with that shield up, or not? It could be a sitting target. Yeah, there we go. Glad I already put it up. Very glad I put up that shield. See, I take care of my own. They don't seem to want to move in. I need to bait them out a bit. Wilfred Dion probably not thrilled with this encounter because he's not very well experienced. Right, you still need to switch out and reload the gun, Golden Deer, because I'm certain this is absolutely the kind of fight where we want you going in ham. They don't want to move in to engage. I may well need to take another step forward to convince them that it is well worth their time. Got some pokies in the back row, including a big old hammer. That I'm not too thrilled to see. Always feels bad being the one that ends up running into the enemy. They're all shielded up. Height shields are better than heater shields for blocking ranged attacks, as I recall. Yeah, some of these guys very unlikely to hit. Some of these guys fairly likely to hit, though. I don't take bullseye, so the back guys aren't so easy for us to go for, but still. A solid attempt. Love to be able to swoosh down with the sword lance on these guys. They're still not wanting to move in. Terror desting. We'll go TBW. You don't lead from the back around here. Go crazy Dave. Will he survive to his retirement, I wonder? I don't want you in melee range, so I might keep you one back somewhere like here. Then you can move forward and do all your rooting, tooting, pointing, and shooting. Give me some info. Probably not relevant, but there it is. Good blocking going on. Very keen to not engage. Could be a problem for me. And good reason to, after all. They got 3 arbalisters. They got a big one as well. I stole a big one off of one of these guys before. It was a good call. Go for Dion. Move you down, but maybe I want you more blocking like so. But then we block a nice sword lance the opportunity down the line. Pepperine can move too and then go on the slash. Or maybe we try to encourage them forward a bit. Go for Dion's a pretty fresh blood. I don't want to have him too exposed, but we do need these guys to feel the fear. Golden Deer needs to get a bit closer, although you're a sitting target for being shot at, unfortunately. What I'm curious to see is, are our foes going to move forward in this situation? Or is it all on us? Probably all on us. Kill their bannerman. They should rout. Yeah, but the bannerman is all the way at the back. Good luck hitting him. He's also fairly well armored up. Although my foe is not confident, give it time. Maybe they're about to nail an amazing shot with their crossbowmen. Now they have to move and reload like fools. Hold off for a moment, Pepperan. Oh. Body shot in the Barbarian. Very, very happy that I shield walled with Barbarian. That already saved me a lot of grief. Alright, focus down their flank. Do I even move in all the way? Maybe hold off a little bit, see what they're up to. Don't like the look at that guy for one. Let the fronts move in. I doubt they'd break formation just from me being here, but yeah, never know. How about from here, Golden Deer? That's not a bad shot. That does hit 3 of them. What about that? That hits 4 of them, including someone in the back line. That I rather like. Lovely. Even gives them a bit of overwhelm. Although now we absolutely need to move in. There's a good chance that one of them might come over and engage with Golden Deer, but that's why we have things like rotate, right? What are you thinking, Attle Winner? You thinking you want to take a shot? Like 20% on the back line. Not a great shot. Go for it anyway. Harump. Right, Stonex. I need to ensure that Golden Deer is not getting surrounded here. When do you go? TBW goes in 14 turns, so pretty much all these guys get their chance to move in on Golden Deer first. Which is all the more reason you probably just need to shove your way in and get your shield up. Make it so. Part of the agreement was that the shield would be blocking for you, Stonex, so please make that happen. Engage the Arbalister, Wilfred Dion. It's risky, but with great risk comes great recognition within the Battle Bros. Seems to have spurred on the rest of the company to come and have a go. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Hugo can do a mini Omnis Slash from here. You guys are probably wondering why we're wearing their colours. It's honestly not a very good shot. Might be better just to take a single one. Nah. Put the Fear of God in them if nothing else. Oh boy. Dion already in a bad space there. That's what I get for charging him in. He's a really good bro, so maybe throwing him in like that was not a great decision. You're really unlikely to be hit, huh? I could just shunt you back and move in yet further. What does that even achieve for me? Other than putting a bit of fear on these footmen. I don't think Leon's going to take that field out in one shot, though. He needs 2 swings. Maybe it does in a wee moment. What about you, though? Not great, all these shield wallings, but whatever. Take those shots. Nago, get stuck in there. Go, Crazy Dave. Kinda like fighting the Ancient Legionnaires, but worse. Give them what's for. Really not happy engaging with you at all, but there's nothing saying that I have to. Then again, you've got a nice big shield there, which I'm not too... not nice big long hammer, which I'm not too keen to be looking at either. So maybe I just pick apart your friends. One more strike and that goes away. Baby Chillax, put the Fear of God in him. Nice dancing there, Flawn. They surrendered the high ground as well. Could be relevant. What could be really relevant is Pepperan standing, say, here, and then going 1, 2, 3 with the slashing, although you're going to be open to counterattacks. It's better, but these guys can rout. Now that is true. These guys can absolutely rout. Of course, their bannerman is making that unlikely. Alright, Golden Deer. You're engaged in melee, so what I need is for TBW to smack this guy away, and then you can move in and do a whole lot of damage. Which is exactly what I'm hoping for. Pepper. You can already do a whole lot of damage. Wow. And Billman's almost dead. Although, well, you're bleeding on the high ground. Maybe the high ground is simply an offer for me to shoot you. It's a shame, it still considers you to be in the way. Maybe I'll take this shot instead. Or how about this? You could die, or one of your friends could block it for you. Ah, wrong kind of blocking. Get that shield wall off. Get that shield off. Baron. The shield wall is down. Don't know why Pepperan is so scared. Although honestly, Pepperan's in a bit of a grim situation there. Big guy up there could cause a lot of grim things. Maybe you want to move in. Although then you're moving into gun zone. Hold off for now, Baron. Riposting. That's just an invitation to not engage that guy. TBW to go, and then Golden Deer to go shortly after. The Golden Deer just shoots you. It's a great shot for Golden Deer. If you could kindly take that shield wall down. And if you could kindly die. Although Dion's probably not very happy where he is right now. I just got rid of his ability to shield wall by making that strike. Probably a poor shot. Speaking of poor Crazy Dave ate that. It's so dark. Don't want to move down, that's your position to be in. Nice, very nice. Not so nice. I don't want to strike Riposting Man. Alright. Knock back. Don't fail me now. And maybe get down TVW? Or maybe move in so that they can't actually move in on Golden Deer and let Golden Deer do a lot of very oppressive attacks. That seems even better. Spooking the enemy as well. Always a plus. Right, you have been reduced to no shield, so be punished. Be greatly, greatly punished. Hold off just a bit, Sigmar. Crazy Dave is stunned. That Dragon Tongue reloaded. I don't think I've let off the double shot, have I? Oh right, I better not move there, that would be a foolish thing to do. But if I reload you and shoot you, then I don't get to switch to Dragon Tongue unless I get a kill. There's a good chance I kill that guy, though. Take my chances. I do kill, and it's not even him, so that allows me to switch to the Dragon Tongue and shoot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 with a good potential to kill that threat. This turn is done, so just take the 5-er. Boy, they do not like being shot. You probably panned the camera up. No, this is down as far as it can go, and that is up by 1. Still feels very dark, though. Leon, how do you feel about letting a dog out? It would be quite a harassment, but it would also be quite the morale boost for our enemies when they kill it, so don't let that happen. Pepperan is not happy there. Pepperan could easily die there, given the amount of range 2 bros there are. Well, they're not bros, they're my mortal foes, but still. Not much I can reasonably do about it, though. Take those sad shots. Do I put in the dog? There you go on. Trouble that guy if nothing else. As for you, Sigmar, give him a little poke. Give him a reason to worry. Give them all reason to worry. Love seeing wasted turns. You know what else I love seeing? That. I don't love seeing that, though. Pepperan could be going down. Perhaps we could help you out with that. Beautiful. Yeah, that Billman has not yet acted. And I cannot rotate you out either. Hey Jake, will you ever take EU4 again? I don't have a good reason to. I've done everything I really want to do in that game. That helps out a little bit. Barbarian, do you have quick hands? You do. I might try and hit that Billman, just in case he ends up killing Pepperan. Oh wow, that was a pathetic attempt at it as well. That was a little less pathetic. Good job, Leon. How about Athelwyn moves forward and tries to kill it? Comes with risks. Well, that wasn't much of a risk. Your turn is done, your turn is not. thinking you would poke Pepper Ann, but you can only poke Pepper Ann once. And Pepper Ann has 9 lives. What about letting out a dog to complicate matters for my foes? Oh, well, that certainly complicates matters for you, standard bearer. You're stunned. I could work my way around. Go on, Phoebe. Give them cause for great concern. Oh, wow. Oh, damn. Not much left of you there, Anne. You gotta get out of there. You might get yourself killed trying to run, because all this guy's stunned. Someday he will not be stunned, and this guy ain't dead. Very not dead. Not where I expected you to go. Alright, Flaunt, this is why we have quick hands. Alright, you're gonna bleed to death. Wilfred Dion, you're also rather injured. It might be better that you... what would be best for you? Get up here. Oh, right. Maybe put the dog up there then. Not what I was hoping for. Whip disarm. I was hoping to just whip kill. Would surely be better than a disarm. We've still got that big heavy bow around there. Do I move in to harass with True Cult? Yes, I do. I'm sure our glorious man up there can handle it. Pepper Ann is going to try and flee in 10 turns. That's not good. No one's there to rotate them out, and the footman will counterattack. Our Baron is also done. Troubling. Very troubling. Oh well. Them's the breaks. Oh right, you've got riposte up. And I've got this up. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's pretty. Ah, wait, I've just had a thought. What if you weren't going to run away? Toot toot! Sweet! That might have saved Pepper Ann's life. Although... saved for now, at least. Alright, what you gonna do, TBW? What you gonna do when we come for you? How about you just whip out your whip? Oh my god, what if we whip out the fire pot? Just roast all of these guys alive. It must be done. Die! Achievement get. Burn them all. Kill an enemy with a fire pot. Yeah, not a good day to be them. That might aid Pepper Ann a wee bit. Crazy Dave, stay crazy. It does leave TBW without his shield, but let's not worry too much about these guys. I worry a bit about this, though. That footman needs to go. Oh, Baron's already had his turn? Damn. You're another problem, because you can just poke me, but... not much can be done currently. I hope those dogs don't run into the fire. It's a free switch. There was an attempt. Oh, love the noise of that. Not noise I'd expect from someone dying in a fire. Good, good. We just forced that billman to flee. We just forced you to flee, all because of the dogs. And that means Pepper Ann's life is likely spared. Alright, what is better than even more oppressive fire action? Nout. Enjoy. Right, that shield needs to go, man. I thought that was him being on fire, but no, that's just Pepper Ann wearing Pepper Ann's mysterious armor. Right, no need for you to die, just get away. That thing is fleeing, so it won't try and hurt you. but I can't risk something like Billman coming down here and poking you to death in a weird choice. Basically, no point in risking your life, is what I'm saying. Double checking to make sure there's absolutely nothing can go wrong with this retreat. You're not bleeding. No one's able to counterattack you. Get out of there. Barbarian. Get your heavy mace out and start clobbering this fool. I called them a fool for good reason. Splat. Move in just so they can't run away. We've still got a bit much going around the back here. The Arbalister's already engaged, so maybe just secure the kill while the going is good. That fire pot wasn't cheap, but it seemed like a pretty good way to secure Pepper Ann's life. Themed, at least. If anyone, it's Crazy Dave who's most at risk right now. Surely we can't be having that. No real need to further oppress these people that are sitting around in this horrible fire. Maybe I should help Crazy Dave a bit. Armor is down. Whipping hurts a whole lot more. Although I think armor needs to be brutally down for whipping to make much odds. Must have hit him in the head. Stone Axe not feeling too great over there. Feel a little better, just love tapping your foes. I don't think anybody needs doot-it around here, do they? Oh, not a good day to be Crazy Dave. He's just taking those hits, and he really doesn't want to be taking those hits, but he doesn't have the stamina to bring up his shield wall, and the odds of hitting are pretty miserable for him. Don't even have the AP to go for a disarm, do I? No, sorry, I do not. I'm trying my luck getting over here and then shunting you into the fire. But I don't have the AP to do that, do I? No, it's 20 fatigue to knock back. Well then... Boy, you really need to have no armor for the whip to make a difference. Painful stuff. Alright, TBW, that guy's already dead. What can you do? He's going to die to the fire, so probably no need to worry about that. But even so... Beautiful. Yeah, looks like the situation's largely under control. This guy remains a threat, though. He doesn't seem bothered at all about the situation around him. Maybe Crazy Dave lets out a dog. Nah, a bit too fatiguing. Hopefully I can get your shield up one more turn, get rid of that shield and start doing this guy in. Oh, the fire's gone. That's not all it's gone. Holy moly. Feed him to the dogs, lads. We're no longer in Arbalister territory, I would dare to say. Or are we? Oh, not. Let's do this the more old-fashioned way, shall we? Oh, well, that was a terrific shot, Golden Deer. You got another one in you? You do? Oh, wow. I'm proud. And here I thought it'd be Wilfred Dion needing to make the escape. Barbarian. Make your way around the back in case they start fleeing in that direction. Leon S. Kennedy, get rid of that shield. Up to 9 turns. How about we put a bit of pressure on him then? Speaking of Wilfred Dion, get those kills. Now he's too knackered for it. Alright, Phoebe, chillax. Steal those kills. Secure those kills, rather. Real decoy. Yeah, that's great. Want these guys feeling the fear of God. You more than him. Excellent. Absolutely splendid. Should have released a dog again. Speaking of releasing dogs. Feed them to the freaking dogs. Easy now, Crazy Dave. I didn't send you out there to die, did I? Maybe I did. There we go. Yeah, I just can't get through the armor. You need to do a certain amount of damage to cause bleed, and the armor penetration on a whip is paltry. So I need to keep that in mind. But it's good to get experience in doing so. TBW terrify our opponents, as you tend to do so. And Tamago, you're too knackered to do much. Maybe now I can make this foe bleed. No. Even, what was that, 6 armor was enough to stop me from doing damage and causing bleed. Perhaps my whip synergy is not as devilishly powerful as I had hoped or imagined. I moved in hoping that I could spook him. Maybe I move in hoping to spook you as well. Hugo's in fine state of repair. There, it's free to do. Alright, hold out another round, Crazy Dave, and we're all going home. You've already got the jabs out, but I can't move and hit with the jabs just yet. Take that strike. Alright, this fight is over. Over for who? Blended. See, I knew I could do it. Nothing to fear with a footman, although the experience they give is rather paltry. I suppose you mostly fight the footmen in order to get their fat loot. And it's looking kind of fat. Got another one of those heavy crossbows, got their swords, and a pole hammer to add to the collection. Yeah, the tools, the money, the ammo, not so hot. Mail shirt and no hauberk. That feels pretty bad. I'm always keen on grabbing their hauberks, but that's why you use knives, right? Good fight, good night, and all the more reason that I don't think I should be taking on 24 of them. Wouldn't be doing it without losses against 24. Pepperan not looking so good, but you charged into an excellent position to do tons of damage. So Chumro, you go and pick up a bit of the slack. Well done, Leon. Go and get your rather paltry melee skill level up. Get your fatigue so you can keep swinging, and I suppose... Was it ever an idea to have you on the front lines? Feels like I've invested a bit in your melee defense. Maybe I should invest a bit more. Frontliners I feel like I'm a little lacking in. Especially since you have half-decent fatigue. I might take a shot at that. Does Firepot lower the amount of loot? Ooh, that would be an interesting thought. Anyway, take the Firepot back, TB Dubs. Did I buy more? I did, but I favorited them. I would get Flaw in extra pockets, but it was a consideration. Alright, get moving. That's a shame, no trading wagons that we would want to go and lighten loads of. Surely that's an error. Urlach, you're not releasing one for me? Ah. All I want is just free loot. Does Jake have any of his original bros? Just TBW. The Black Winds continues to persist. Where's the info here? 235 days he's been with the company, 176 battles, 118 kills, and he's taken out an Orc Berserker. Number 4 in damage dealt, not too bad, but average per battle is not great. But the frontliners aren't there to do damage, the frontliners are there to absorb damage, so that the backliners can swish and splat to their heart's content. Not really here for dealing with 25 of you. 16, I wouldn't call 16 a struggle, but 16 did leave me at risk of losses. The accursed BR. He's not that bad, surely? Oh, maybe he's just bad to the bone. I don't want any auto or accidental fire lark going on. Let's eat that trading caravan. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, another trading caravan. It must be Christmas. These guys aren't going to kill any of our guys, no matter how messed up they are. Although I didn't give Leon his perk. I did always intend him to be chopping things down, but you know, I could give him a front line with a military axe, not a long-ranged one. I don't know. I like being able to do it from the back row. What do we give old Scott Kennedy, though? It's got to be battle forged, right? Don't take all that damage. Maybe even nimble forged. People have constantly been telling me how nimble is better than Colossus, but surely nimble plus Colossus is even better. I do like TBW, despite him being both a BR and having the worst opinions on Total War. Can you really blame a man for opinions? Opinion is just what they think. What you do with Total War, that is objectionable. Why did Baron take his javelins out? Well, sure he has his reasons. We were peasants, not a single blow landed. And I doubt they're about to magically land any now. Broke that guy's poor nose. Nope, not a single blow. Didn't get a chance to get to the donkey, but we'll certainly get to the cheese. Man. Would I kill a man for... I don't know how much a unit is, right? People eat... Actually, what is the rate of people eating in this game? Still, a decent amount of grains, cheese, donkey meat, some money. Even one of their knives. God, I love raiding supply. Caravans, it's just free everything. Why would anyone not do this? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Other people have the same idea. Orc marauders, can we save the day? No, no we cannot. There's Gul'dan there, but I don't think that's... Actually, is that a champion or just a named opponent? Not really sure I want to take you on with my people still beaten up, but it seems they want to take me on, which is quite cute. Really quite cute. Especially since Crazy Dave could take a step back. Wilfred Dion's leg is still looking a bit meagerly. But otherwise he's fine. He took the bounty hunter. It's more than likely a champion. So... could have a setup like this. Well, actually, if I want Lupin to die, Lupin should be out there dying on the flanks. The same could kind of be said for Crazy Dave, actually. 12 Orc Marauders. Let me free up some space in my inventory, if you don't mind. Who knows, maybe I'll get a job to go and kill orcs. Heavy crossbow might look all well and good, but we want to be rid of you. I'd also quite like to favourite another billhook. Otherwise... well, you definitely favourite another battle whip, and I don't think I ended up equipping it on anybody. What's the sell price here? An agreeable 19%. Off you go. 14 grand becomes 19, almost... 16, almost 17 grand. I'm going to take different food types because I really, really want that cook. Can we get her yet? There's my cook. Get in here. And if we want any more, we have to get even more renown. You're normally meant to be limited to 5, so having more than 5 is fairly unbalanced, but once I tried it, I could not go back. It's too nice. Especially the people that give you kind of quality of life stuff. Right, you have quick hands, and a net is not great for a frontliner. All the backliners should probably have nets. I want frontliners to be enjoying my whips. Seems quite agreeable. Stone X probably not agreeing with the agreeable part, but otherwise maybe we'll take them on. Depends if there's any good jobs here, though. What do you have? I need something taken to Halheim. I'll pay you good money. Yeah, sure. Might not do it, but sure. I need a caravan. To Hikma. Yeah, not happening. Brigands and vagabonds. This'll make you a rich man. I'll pay you 160 crowns. What's the use of whips? If an enemy is out of range, then my frontliners can still quick hands to a whip for free, and then either disarm him or whip him, depending on his threatening weapon or his armor. There's a large battle with greenskins east of here. They took prisoners! Prisoners! Even for that kind of money, I'm not entirely convinced that's worth my time. I want to take care of those other greenskins I saw up north. Noble mail for that kind of cost? I guess you're paying for the very minimal amount of fatigue. Sell sword armor. I'm sure TBW would love that. Not sure I'd love getting it for him, though. Not at the cost of 6.5 grand. And then again, he's got some nice armor that could be hand-me-downed. I'm going to spend money to make money, as the saying goes. Give me that sellsword armor. How long into the game are you? I've never played it. I'm just curious. So I'm at day 236, which should be pretty late game, but my party is still not that great, although they're certainly getting a lot greater. It's been a slow roll for my piss-poor peasants. How about you take off those reinforced mail things on the side there, TBW, put on this considerably better armor, and reinforce it with that as well. Not too worried about you being low on fatigue, more concerned about you being alive on that front line. Who gets the hand-me-downs, though? Almost the entire front line is made of hauberks. What is that? Footman armor. Even better, Barbarian. Glad to see it. Do love Flawn. I love Flawn a lot. She's pretty dodgy, and she is nimbly forged. Giving her perhaps even heavier armor is not worth it for the nimble losses. We'll give it to Sigmar, right? Sigmar, or even... Where's Pepperan? Oh, Pepperan's busy not feeling so great in that gladiator harness. Just trying to think who I value the most, but I do value Flawn rather a lot, so here you go, Flawn. And that hauberk can also be a hand-me-down. It's significant jumps up in durability, though. Can't say fairer than that. And who deserves a lovely hauberk? Victor's wearing some nasty old mail shirts, so hauberk could be a welcome boost. And there's also a really nice other mail hauberk who deserves that. There's always this game of hand-me-downs in this. Do I care that much about Chumro? Well, yes, but also no. Maybe for the fight, Lupin. We are fighting against orcs after all, but I expect this back, and I expect it in good nick. Jake has the mod for Battleforged and Nimble. It's not a mod as far as I'm aware. You can just select both Battleforged and Nimble. Nothing ever stopped me taking both of these perks. And it seems like a good thing, as long as you have good armor and low fatigue mail, which is generally the named stuff, but not always. Alright, let's go and take them on. How scared are we? Are a bunch of pansy orcs? Maybe a little less scared. My back line involves a lot more throwing nets, even if they don't have quick hands. Orc marauders. 12 of them. Young warriors and Gul'dan. Gul'dan seems like an excellent target for netting and clobbering. But as we know, warriors and the named will get the hell out the swamp. This ain't a swamping encounter. We don't load our saves, but I feel so much more confident making saves. Anyone want to switch out? Stone X is barely injured, and his armor is barely injured as well, so there's nothing worth worrying about with that. I do think gunning is a good idea, but maybe shooting is also a good idea. Those Orc Young often come with no armor, so getting some early shots in them as they come along is great. Also, quicking over to a net with Applewin, also great. It's a shame Golden Deer hasn't got an adrenaline yet. That Overwhelm would be delicious. Let's have a go. Jake's a charity. He'll take any stray dogs he comes across and give them a better life, but maybe not. Maybe. Very uneven terrain. That'll give me a bit of an advantage on the flanks, potentially, but also potentially not. Well, let's see how they come. Ah, they have javelins, and they have high ground to use the javelins. Could be considered problematic. Of excellent range, and I think you get a bonus to a bunch of things from doing it from such high ground. But I don't want to charge into them either. Yeah, they'll probably come charging down the mountain. The question is, do I want to shield wall? With Javs coming my way, probably. Let's enact shield wall. Not for nothing from the back. Wow, I can't believe that considers it blocked for you. Maybe you should take your own high ground here. Could be good for you. Alright, just end the fight. Don't just end the turn, and let's see what they do with that. Warriors. Is that the named guy? No, it's just a really tanked up warrior. Where's my hammer? Oh, I had a hammer guy. Marvin Branagh, and he died. Alright, good. Let those impetuous young come along. The axe feels a bit of a waste. It's never going to get through that orc warrior shield. So it's probably much better to have Leon Scott Kennedy ready with a net. Not a bad shot already for you. It's going to hit 1, 2, 3 of the orc young. And since largely their turns are done, I think it's a good shot. Also, you could die, which is another plus. In your little pit, Chumro. Change that. It takes on 4 of them. Boom! And then switch out gun for free, because kaboom. What is it to shoot anyway? It's only 3 AP to shoot this. Sorry, that's the wrong thing I'm looking at. Only 4 fatigue to shoot this. Question is the reload. And again, it's only 15, man. Guns are fairly nice in the fatigue. No kills though, but certainly very oppressive to their morale, which is what I'm looking for. Don't like how concentrated they are here. Great for the shooting, not so great for my line. Might want to Koi down here, but then wouldn't I want Phoebe Chillax up here? I think that's exactly what I'd like. Yeah, I need more concentration of firepower over here. Where's their named guy? I guess he's just... Oh, there's Gul'dan. Is he a champion? He's got that skull on him. Yes, he is a champion. What's his named gear? I believe every champion has named gear. That's kind of special orky axe. I have no idea. But he should be considered a very high threat. Take that shot. Kill him dead. Bit of a shame. Get that shield wall up though. I don't like where old Javo man is. Speaking of not liking him, how about we just shoot him and then hit him some more. Maybe chillax, take a steps back, and get that shield wall up. Vigmar will finish you off. Probably. Ah. Right, yes. Gul'dan is right there, and he is scaring me quite a bit. But Victor could keep him netted right there, just keep him in his place. Glad he's only using a one-hander. I'm not seeing any very scary two-handers coming my way. Alternatively, we actually move on in on him. But then that really gets in the way of my gunning, doesn't it? Gun shoots there, 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 and there. Actually, that's all the more reason to keep him pinned down there, isn't it? Stone X, I know this is not exactly a thrilling thing for you to do, but move on in. Get your shield up. Don't worry, I'll net the bugger. Also, he will learn to fear. Maybe. Move over here yet further with Tamago. If I really fear the guy, maybe I should get the whip out and try to disarm him. Not that not that I'm that scared of the weapon, I'm more scared of the guy. Champions have these nice big boosts to their combat prowess, or so I'm told. And I have no reason not to believe that. Uh-oh. Stone X isn't happy with the situation. Why would he be? How about a bit of a fire pot? Fire potion right here would do some nasty things to you guys. Especially if I can net Gul'dan in that fire. I see no reason not to. Go on then, we don't see enough of these things deployed. Burn them all! It does chew through armor first, which is weird, but what it does. I thought they tried to get out of the fire. I guess they didn't have enough space to go anywhere else. Alright, so about that throwing of the net. Gul'dan is out of your range, huh? Could anybody else reasonably do that? Victor could net Gul'dan. Keep him in that fire. But I'm also thinking just move forward so you're able to do better things. Yeah, take a bit more of a high ground here. And yes, Victor, move on in. This is still a great shooting gallery for you. 4 EP to switch and 4 to throw, so maybe I won't be netting you then. Probably should have netted you. Ah. Hugo could still get in, but not in a position to actually do anything, so stay where you are for now. Although maybe I could have netted that other warrior and been happy about it. It's Stone X who is not happy with the current situation. I'm hard pressed to blame them. That whip out Tamago could prove useful. You're going to end up with you down in that little pit if you go there, but more likely you're just going to come over here and engage me. I'm okay with that. Yeah, get stuck into that fire. Burned you in the face as well. So. I reload, I shoot, I likely kill. And killing lets me not quite reload again, but it does let me switch to javelins. We do love javelins. Wonderbar. And then Leon does have the ability to move forward in and get Gul'dan netted up. I'm a bit surprised that you can net someone in the fire. You'd think the fire would burn the net. Alright. Where do we even go from here? Can't even hit from there, but maybe someday you will. Put an end to this vile guy. The southern flank does not look very hot, and of course I've burned my way of enveloping it. But I can burn more than just that. This guy's already dead, man, but splat. Good to see Gul'dan already feeling unhappy with the situation. Likely so does Barbaran. Your foes are not above you, so to speak. They're mostly young, impetuous orcs. I'm sure you'll be fine. Yeah, especially if you start clubbing them to death. Chumro knows a lot about clubbing people to death. Excellent. He immediately breaks out. Okay, good sign. Do I keep him netted? Or do I just start bullying him? Still has that shield, it's hard to see. And he has friends, which does put me in a vile situation. I think we just start bullying the guy. The sooner he's dead, the less I have to fear. Almost have a shot on you. Curse you... Stone Axe? I could never curse Stone Axe. Raining Axe from on high. Wagor. Oh, wow, that was clever. So you have turned the fire against me, have you, Orc Warrior? Boy, if Stone Axe wasn't happy before, they're certainly not going to be happy now. True Cult, go on in there. Make that Orc Warrior think twice about what he's just done. Immune to stun, as one would expect from a named foe. Make a little love tap, make an even lovelier tap. Right, you gotta get out of there, but I don't think that's happening, so just get that shield up and enjoy the burn. Huh. Fire retardant? He didn't appear to burn. I don't want to give you the height advantage. Do I move in more on this Orc Warrior? Make it feel the fear? I do. I really do. Southern flank looking considerably less happy already. There's still too armoured for Tamago to get in and do much, but I do think disarming is a great idea. Well, if it works. We don't have Cleaver Mastery, so it doesn't have any bonus to that. I could toot, but there's not a lot to toot for, so just get poking. Leon has already spent his one net, so he's just going to have to think about what he's done. And now Hugo is staring down the business end of an Orc Warrior axe. Take a shot for almost nothing. Fire, generally speaking, isn't too great against Orc Warriors. They have too much armor for it. I'm seeing that now. Stone Axe already brought his shield up. You might need the AP later. There's the burn. Didn't seem to do that much. I thought it might make them a little less keen on moving on in, but far from it. Alright, Golden Deer, it ain't gunning time, it's shoving javelins in his face time. Oh, that's wonderful, that guy is no longer going to attack us. Gul'dan remains the threat, however. Get out your axes. Attack that guy from on high. And Barbaran. Oh, jeez. Come on now. That one shield's causing me a lot of misery. Lawn. We don't like looking at those machetes much at all, do we? I've got to focus down Gul'dan, but I think the best way to focus him down is to keep him netted. He's probably a little too threatening. I don't know. I've not messed much with these kinds of guys. There we go. Putting into you. Keep that shield up against your flanking foe. Start dealing with these other Orc Warriors. If only I had Crazy Dave in this fight. He knows how to deal with Orc Warriors. He just kills them dead. Gonna be your last act, you know that, right? Yeah, just start bullying Gul'dan. I want him to not be in that position. That was great. You just went and gave yourself an awful position. Good old Orky AI. You're netted and fleeing, meaning I can just put more pressure on this guy instead. He does need that pressure. As does Gul'dan. So much for a champion, right? These regular warriors are being more threatening to me. Yeah, actually threatening. Poor Chumro's not in a great situation there. Wow, that's a lot of damage on Stone Axe straight away. Not good to see. Yeah, maybe I should stop underestimating these guys. Even though there are only 6 of them, one of which is fleeing, Orc Warriors are still scary. And Hugo is not really close combat worthy for Orc Warriors. Gul'dan's already ready to go. It's the southern flank that's very weak, but I also need to spare your poor life up there. Perhaps a dog would aid my cause. Not the worst place for that dog, really. Bad place for Chumro, though. Get that dog out, might help you. Although it'll probably just make our enemies even more happy about their situation. for sure. Well, that's already a good sign. That net could save your life, Hugo. Get it. Although the dog could also save your life. A little worried about this round. Could face 1 or 2 deaths. Right, good sign-ish. But that guy, I want to spook him so he doesn't just kill Hugo outright. Victor, get your weapon back, and then you can't use it because you don't yet have Pike Mastery. What a shame. Lose out in such utility without that. Just get out of here, Orc Warrior scum. And that means I could actually move and hit you with relative impunity. And it also does Overwhelm, so if he's still able to swing in 17 turns, he's less likely to hit. Definitely stuff that I need down here instead. Gul'dan. Why does that feel like such a Deep Space Nine name? Chumro, it's not the kind of performance we need right now. Very, very dangerous for you down there, very, very soon. Okay, that's much better. Wag orc, wag orc. Yeah, these guys getting their turn becomes very dangerous for me. Especially when they don't seem to want to run. Alright, TBW. Keep that shield out. There's no good reason for you to just fling your life away. Although maybe I should have rotated out with Stone X to keep him safe from this. Well, no do-overs. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Chumro not feeling so good. Chumro feeling remarkably bad. Stone X, this could save your life. It does not. Oh lordy. Not much left of Chumro, not much left of Stone X. They have both done 9 lives now. We need the enemy to start fleeing, or else they are down and out. Also, cut artery on Chumro, not aiding things much at all. Do you have some aspirin? Yeah, they need a little pick-me-up, don't they? Very much contemplating a netting on that Orc Warrior. But, yeah, Hugo no feels so good. I think we'll be okay. It's a net versus him making a swing, and swing could proc a check. Uh-oh, who's about to run? That's Chumro, isn't it? Uh-oh, hopefully he's too knackered to run. He isn't. Bye, Chumro. Yeah, he did that to himself. And yes, he is completely dead. Dropped all of his gear like a fool. What I get for not completely knackering him. Barbarian also doesn't know Brotate, okay. There we go, there's the successful morale check that we needed. All worth it to fight champions though, right? There we go, fleeing, fleeing, fleeing. Fleeing. The only threat is up here, and Hugo is certainly feeling threatened. And it's getting less threatening as time goes on. Right. Funnily enough, Golden Deer's completely out of ammo, so there's not really anything you can do. Guess you could run over and start punching them. I guess you could let the dog out, couldn't you? Yeah, go on then. Oh, dog that... Okay, well I guess he just wants to feast on what's left of Chumro. There we go. They're all running. This battle is as good as won. And honestly, we only lost Chumro. What was he good for? He would have lived if he was good. Stonex wants that kill, but he doesn't want it hard enough. Oh no! Didn't even see who got that kill. Who took out our weird foe there? Orc Warrior, Orc Warrior. Does he not get named? I certainly don't see him here. That mean Crazy Dave is good, judging by how long he's survived? Oh, let's not say that, right? We're not around to implicate that. We'll run them down. I didn't go this far to just let my loot walk away. And if we stay on them, they'll never rally. I believe you need to be not in combat to rally. Although what I believe and what is true might be very different. Oh, there's a dog in the way. Well, maintain the pressure. Don't let them get away. Pretty sure the AI could handle this. No, the AI has guns. Never trust the AI with a gun. Don't trust them with the projectiles in general, but certainly never trust them with a gun. Especially since you don't have any throwing ammo left, so you would likely switch to gun. Go Phoebe, go Phoebe. She's our lass. There we go, fed to the dogs. Chumro down and out. He only reached level 3, so surely he wasn't that great. I think he had good potential as a backliner though, and I've got to keep in mind if I'm thinning out my lines, then I may well need yet more to fill in the empty slots there. Cruel Deathbringer. Heavy piece of metal, sharp head, not made for human hands, not worth that much either for a legendary weapon. But we have taken out a champion. As I'm often told is what it's all about. Make sure everything is fixed, make sure everything is in order, make sure Hugo fixes that horribly dented helmet. And Mikey, the best, can get stuck back in. Alright, still a loss as to why I took that fight. Jake, did you see? Yeah. I've heard many times that Frostpunk will have mod support. It'll be releasing, I believe, with a beta version of the mod support, so we'll see what it's capable of. I'm not sure I'd ever really want that legendary weapon. Was legendary weapon actually on the bingo sheet, though? It doesn't matter, we already had one, so although it was, it is now ours. I don't think it was a job worth my time in Wunderstadt, and we already got the cook, so let us head on north. Or, let's make a little check for some more promising recruits if we can get here in time. Not yet nightfall. I'm looking for half-decent militiamen, although as we've seen, even people that are not militiamen can have really good roles. So, check out Adler. I don't see Impatient as that great, because it only works on the very first round. I suppose good for someone that wants to let out the hop. But what good is that really? I think Vagabonds are generally quite terrible. Patriarch Poke. Yeah, not seeing it. Another Chum... Yeah, I guess Chumro was alright, right? I guess we can at least see how good they are. Not terrible. Well, the stars aren't terrible, but the rolls are quite terrible. Also, minus 10 resolve, with already only 32 resolve. Get out of here, all of you. I think dismissing them makes it faster for new people to come along. Let's face it, I'm not doing these orc prisoner contracts. Although I will consider selling a bunch of stuff. What's the sale price? An agreeable 19%. See, that encounter was almost worth money. Really wasn't. Some of it will be repaired and embettered. Otherwise, along we go. I'm going to do the loop around for some better recruits. And then I'll head north and let Crazy Dave out to pasture. Studio asking community, please finish the game for me. I think that's a bit too much of a cynical take, given how much I really wanted mod support for Frostpunk. And they did say, before Frostpunk 1's release, that it will have mod support, and they did not deliver that. Despite the game being an overwhelming success, they did not decide to put the resources behind it. Which made me quite sad. But what's a man to do? I like pauldrons. There's a lot of extra durability, but the fatigue cost is something else. It really is something else, but it's good for people with the bill hooks. I will take it. It's only 900 or so. You can have these other weapons that I have fixed up for you. Militiamen like Scrap Queen. Also Deserters. Not bad if they don't completely bottom out their resolve roll, because they've got good skills. In fact, compare them with Militiamen. They've got better defense in exchange for considerably worse ranged attack and resolve. It's fixable though. Let's check them out. No, that kind of bottomed out resolve is unacceptable. And I need stars on melee attack. I don't accept people that don't have stars on melee attack at all. Holy moly. Double, triple star. Didn't bottom out on his resolve, but still, no decent melee attack, no take. Also, beggar. 3, 3, and 2. You actually get an ambition to find someone that has triple 3 stars, saying you will craft them into the God of War. But I don't think these are my potential God of War recruits. Certainly potential for grabbing my tools, though. What kind of mission we got here? Ah, patrolling! I should have done this before I took on all those orcs. But if you're willing to pay me 91 per head, and I can slaughter as many innocent heads as I want, I think I can take that kind of contract. Sadly, it doesn't work taking on trading caravans. For some reason, they don't like that. Reasons I cannot fathom. Maybe I'll find somebody that wants to sacrifice their head for me. Hank Hill. Didn't we have a Hank Hill? What is that? Oh, gluttonous. Glutton, I widely consider one of the worst traits to have in RimWorld. I'm certainly not happy to see it here either. Get these jokers out of here. If they aren't a militiaman, they need to be truly phenomenal. Militia is about as good as you can get for a peasant. And I don't think we need replacement dogs. Our dogs did a better job of living than Chumro, that's for sure. Unknown Orky Garrison. I just fought orcs. Unknown Necromancer lot over in Heimwort Castle, which could be tempting. It's just a way to fluff up the head collection here, get more dosh. More marauders. Do they want a piece of me? Not sure I want a piece of them. Not that they'd be too hard to deal with, just a bunch of young and warriors, but fighting orc warriors feels like a fairly thankless thing to do. Right, circle that up and around. Let's see what we can murder along the way, other than... Oh, hello! Certainly up for murdering trade caravans along the way. Take out our gunners. Take out what's left of Stone X and let the rest take on over. Got a taste for human flesh after Chumro. I like to think the dog came over and chewed up Chumro. We've fed plenty of orcs to the dogs. I think the dogs scored 2 kills in that previous encounter as well. Yeah, they try and break TBW's ugly, ugly shield. If ever there was a game with terrific sound effects, I just love the sound of weapons meeting flesh. I must have went to town with some pork chops to get all the sound effects needed for this. You don't have a lot for me, come on. I think I know where they came from if they're bringing all this medicine, though. Constantly looting trading caravans from Sea Camp and their Herbalist Grove has largely been the reason we've never needed to buy medicine outside of the very start. And look, where others have failed, you succeed, Victor. Enjoy your low-rolled melee skill. Enjoy your, low rolls across the board, really. Get a few more hit points and a bit more range defense. Nah, I need to get that fatigue going wherever possible. If you're ever going to be scything things down. What was the third idea for people at back row? Do I really want Brawny? I guess I want Brawny on everybody. Quick Hands is actually quite nice for the back row guys. It lets them switch out to a net and throw it and move. Could well be a consideration for all. Yeah, you know what? I like that. But then I'm not getting Brawny for quite some time. Not having Brawny on the back row is not a deal breaker, not unless they're meant to be one of my sword dancers. My belly dancers. Now, that said, I'm not seeing people to kill for this this mission, sadly. Taking out trade caravans doesn't count. You would have thought it might. Ah, Crazy Dave! Well, no, I don't want Crazy Dave absorbing yet more experience. Crazy Dave's gotta go in general. All these guys gotta go. I don't think Stone X wants to be on the front line right now. Far from it. Doesn't it get boring punching down? Like, I rather enjoy it. See, one of the things I really enjoy in games is once you've built up power, being able to actually use that power. I don't even get bored of late game Avorion, because now I have the power to be the terror. I want to be the terror. Besides, I don't think taking on Orc Champion was punching down. Yeah, it was a respectful way to go, Chumro. Taking on Orc Warriors, although I think you were in the pit. I think you were de-elevated a bit, so maybe that was my bad on positioning you. Maybe. Alright, maybe I can... Oh god, if I see Trading Caravan, I must kill Trading Caravan. What I'm hoping to do is find somewhere that I can go and roll a few heads for this contract. I have a few days to do so, so time is on my side. It also gets a lot easier to take these things on when I can just let the AI do it. As is always the case, Baron runs in, although why he takes out his javelins, I don't understand. Once again, seeing TBW is enough to put the fear of God in these people. Sometimes I think chat forgets Jake is actually the devil, says Dark Young. Actually the devil. I don't think I've made many deals with people for... Oh wait, no, I make deals with people all the time. Well, I protest, but I don't have any grounds to protest. At least we'll get 2 loads of mysterious donkey meat. See, there we go. Show me the wine, show me the money. Show me the profitability. I never did expand the cart that I have, but maybe I really should. Also, let's mark that for sale. I don't think I want it. I also want to favorite those items. Right, Buckler's definitely got to go. Ah, what do we have over here? It's just an ancient statue. Been there, done that. Get rid of our goods and find somewhere to take on. Sadly, the Watchtower is a friendly place. Somewhat. Get rid of some of this stuff, especially this more chintzy mail shirt stuff. You're not even worth repairing for the dough. I think the dogs are actually taking up a whole load of space around here. Right, I want to fluff up my kill count, but where? I'm sure somewhere around here we'll have something for us to go and butcher and roll some heads for. Though it gets hard to see as the day goes on. You were supposed to secure the roads from danger. Chick, I am the danger. We have patrolled these roads many a time, and people often call me out as being a monster for butchering Eisenstein. Right? Let's learn a thing or two about Eisenstein. Disdained for their ruthlessness, brutality, greed. Little interaction with other families, their captains and soldiers are known for raiding trade caravans, outlying farms and small settlements in their fortress. I am simply the sword of justice. Hello. Sorry, sir. I think I'm a little sick. Yes, Stone Axe, you were fairly mangled out there earlier. This Crazy Dave can fill in on the front for you. Or we just have a more elongated back line. Also, good job, Real Decoy. You've learned a lot through slaughtering the innocents. Although, are they really that innocent? 2 on fatigue's not great, but I'll take it. I do like my back row guys being able to do a lot of jumping around. I don't know why you carry a whip, but you do carry a whip. Get Battleforged to keep you alive all that bit longer. I was contemplating quick hands. So there we go. Would an evil person go and take on this vile lair of undead? Riddle me that. Quick check on ourselves. We should be fine. Maybe I should have somebody else in the front row. Of course, Wilfred Dion's all better now. And shooting ain't so good against the undead. Wilfred Dion, get stuck in there. Don't know why I had him over in the get rid of pile. We like Wilfred Dion. Well, I like Wilfred Dion. Ah, see, there we go. 31! Hang on, who has win against 30 on their bingo sheet? Well, that's a scary amount of outnumbering. And we don't know what kind of undead they are. Probably just regular old zombies, right? There's no way it's going to be 31 of those skeleton freaks with the long, pointy sticks. Right? Do the switcheroo, Golden Deer. Get that thing locked and or loaded. Let's see exactly what we're dealing with here. Geists. The Geists could represent a problem. The Fallen Heroes, plural, could represent a problem. I spy 4 of them. No Necromancers makes things a little easier. They will still want to rise up, but at least want with Necromancer encouraging it yet further. The Geists are the real problem though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. That's why I carry whips, I suppose. No, we haven't even seen a Shrat. I didn't reload TBW with a grenade, did I? I don't know how good fire works on Geists. It's an expensive thing to use in combat though, isn't it? It costs about 700 to pick up a new flame jar. Fire Whip's good against Geists because Whips have range 3, Geists have no armor, and Geists have only 1 hit point, so all you have to do is tickle them and they die. The problem is getting close to them is difficult because they do their scary howl, and their howl has range 3. But you know what else has range 3? Ow, Whip. Although if they just stay at the back, that's good, but they're probably just waiting for the zombies to make the front row, and then they just do their spooky screams from the back. But a lot of my front line have whips, so they'll be happy to switch out and whip the Geists away. Well, I hope they'll be happy to do so, because that's exactly what I'll be asking them to do. Mr. Scott Kennedy. I think fire is good. It is inevitable damage. I don't think the zombies are wise enough to stay away from it either. Alright, Golden Deer is poised and ready with a nice big shot. Give it due time. I don't need to prematurely switch over to whips. We have quick hands for exactly that reason. And we can only echolocate with the bird once. I don't know why it's only once. It would be nice to continually have that information. It's not like it's It's not like it's free. You do have to pay for the privilege. Stabby, stabby. I'm more than happy for those heroes to stay out of my way, but not having a fat enough front row could hurt me here. For example, we have the Real Decoy really exposed on the sidelines. Turn done, turn done, turn done. Damn, then I don't get a good slashing with Pepper Ann, but Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure it was a 95. Unlucky 95% misses, chalked up to 3 now for you, Pepperan. I can't begrudge the game for that. They do happen. And maybe you don't also get unlucky, Kennedy. Wakazashi. Come on, ding him in the head, you fool. How do you feel about these shots? That only takes on 3 of them. That also only takes on 3 of them. Not thrilled with that. I'd rather have a much better setup, so get your Javos out instead. Even though javelins do reduced damage. Oh wow, we're doing terribly on our hits around here. Dion's at a bit of a risk being on the corner like he is, and his melee defense is not phenomenal, so I actually think he's going to get his shield wall up. And just have his shield wall up. These missiles are getting to be a bit of a bad joke. Imago, I want that Geist dead. How good do you feel about taking it on? The answer is really bad. Well, I tried. Contemplating moving in with Lupin. Where's the gun? You've got the gun. Don't want to move further in because it could cause problems with the gunning. Actually, gun. We'll get in with Lupin then. That's more like it. There's a reason we call Mikey the best, it seems. I'm going to keep Sigmar central so we can deal with the... Yeah, there we go. Immediate route out of Tamago. You hate to see it. I certainly hate to see it. Dog, deal with the Geist. Well, it's an attempt. Don't mind losing dogs occasionally to them, but I do need those Geists dead. They are spooking me. Not yet. Get our maximum surround bonus before we take a shot. Guess I'm going to be moving on in for my shooting with Golden Deer. Switch out to old Dragon Tongue and make the shot. Shooting... Oh, that's fairly good. 1, 2, 3, 4... Still only 4, huh? Also, the Geists have a 1 in 20 chance of actually connecting. Still take it, though. Overwhelms them, too. It's good to see. Gotta remember to toot, otherwise Tamago's not going to feel very good about the situation. That was bad. That blocks Hugo from doing a pretty nice sweep. The Golden Deer can move out of the way. Hugo can move in and then do a sweep, because it's quite likely the Wide Ranger moves into here. Excellent sweeping potential. Meanwhile, Flawn, I want this thing gone. I really want it gone. Do I want to dog it? No, I don't. Just asking for new and interesting problems. There we go. The real decoy has it in him. Also gets into a more defendable location. Keep that shield up, Dion. I don't trust the flank. Case in point. He doesn't trust his flank either. Alright, what are you thinking, TBW? The Geist is a little far away for a bit of whiplash. And I don't want to move into ultimate gunning zone. Do I head down south? Southern flank looks decidedly uncomfortable, so go and reinforce it, please. I do like fighting zombies. Maybe not the pokey stick skeletons, but zombies are just so fun. Like punching a big fleshy punching bag that keeps getting back up and keeps ruining your armor, but don't worry about those things. I certainly don't. I do worry about their intelligence to flank, though. Right, you're spooked over there. Guess I'll go here and toot. Good, you listened. Sometimes they don't. I don't think VF Mikey is that threatened by this loser. Let's ensure it stays that way. I won't take a step back. I'm fairly confident you'll be fine. Oh, but maybe lots of heroes might change my opinion on that. That's a pathetic chance of hitting Tamago. I can't be having that. Switch back to an actual weapon and get killing until you feel better about yourself. That fallen hero could be a problem, though. Would be, will be. Alright, Pepperan. Pepperan, Pepperan, Pepper Slice! Barbarian doesn't have a whip to attempt at that Geist, but oh well. Could end up a bigger problem than I'm giving it credit for. Move you down a bit though, and this allows Hugo to move in for the slice. Yeah, I'm blocked on flanking the Geists as well. What a shame. Not looking so great for Wilfred Dion in the corner there. He does not have the fatigue to last. He isn't built to last. And we're not taking out the Geists, so they do their spooky ghost wail. That dog wants to get out of here. Wilfred Dion wants to not be here. I want that axe to not be here. He didn't take it out, and he doesn't have axe mastery. That was pathetic. I need to carve a way through to these guys, but the fallen hero is going to make that difficult. Save the north a bit, will you? Phoebe. It's looking grim over there. Just keep that shield up and maybe take an errant swing. Speaking of it swinging, almost all gone. Go Barbarian, go Barbarian. Not a good shot for you, is there? There's only hitting 2 down here, Golden Deer. Perhaps down here? From here, it's actually a fairly good shot, I think. Need to do something about all of this. But maybe the rest of these guys can do it plenty fine. You just keep yourself reloaded and put these guys in the ground. Overwhelm is also nice. Come on now, Flawn. You should play more Project Zomboid. I don't know, I didn't feel any tickle to play it more after I played it the last time. You don't have quick hands, do you? I was contemplating switching out to whip the Geist, but that Geist is probably very unlikely to be hit anyway. Hugo. 2 for 1 go? 1 for 1 is fine. Save yourself there. You'd think they're one of them. Wilfred Dion's wearing a stenchy old helmet like the Undead love to use. Take a shot for nothing on that Geist with you. 15. Nah, I wanted it though because the Geist's wailing is very terrifying for us. Not much Wilfred Dion can do there, sadly. I guess he can take a swing and that's that. Not a good swing at that. Yeah, the northern flank is in quite a bit of danger. Not a lot reinforcing it. If I punch through this, I can certainly work up towards it. Come on, TBW, you know how to work through things. Good flanking by the enemy. Ran, you already made your swing. But Mikey has not. Mikey probably very unsatisfied with his situation currently, but do what you can, for you must. Wow, I think that was another 95% miss right there, of which you've done 5 in your career. Go and get a bit of canine help out. Not so good. Right, I've got to think about keeping spirits high with the tooting, particularly up north. Keep it together, Phoebe. So great. Also, Fallen Hero is working his way around on a pretty good flank. And how many come back? One... just one. Okay, two. Just two. Can deal with that as long as we're not routing. Oh boy. Oh dear. Curse the spooky ghosts. There's a lack of hitting these spooky ghosts. Keep it locked and loaded. This is potentially a much better shot. Especially when you take them down, that allows you to switch, although I don't think the other gun is loaded, so maybe just switch to javelins. And continue the fight. Good, kind of. Oh, crumbs! I accidentally double-clicked. I can't even blame the mouse there. I thought I hadn't connected the first time. I was planning on doing a whip there, but instead I ended up doing nothing with Flawn. Good. Off with its head. Won't be coming back from that. I need to aid this flank. It's not in a great place. Get rid of that shield while we're at it. Enemies don't get injuries. Well, these enemies don't. What a weird place for the dog to go. I was hoping it would target one of the geists. Uh-oh, Wilfred Dion's in a very, very bad space. He wants to run. Hopefully the tooting from Sigmar will help, but he's also bleeding, and he's just in a really bad situation. He's got a hero on him, and a couple of geists, and all of that, and the dog also wants to flee. Nay good is what it is. Get that unarmored dog out to maybe help. Happy to be dealing damage. Even happier to move up with you, Hugo? Maybe. BBW's done an excellent job reinforcing the south here. I gotta do something about these geists, man. Lupin, get in there. Move yet further? You tried, but you failed. 23% on the whipping. That aids us a little bit. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It's not a good day to be Wilfred. Give him the toot toots. Alright, he's calmed down a bit, but he is out of AP. Bye, dog. I cannot get you out of there. You are going to be having a very bad time, Wilfred. Especially since all these zombies are using two-handed hits. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. What am I to do for him? Get Scott Kennedy to present a battlefield target? Don't want to lose Wilfred, he's a good man. What's Dave doing here? Oh no, that's just a zombie. It is indeed just a zombie, just like Dave. Poor Dave. One back. Just one back. Spooky ghosting. Wow, that's a lot of route. Margot doesn't want to be here. Leon doesn't want to be here. Alright, Barbarian, we need to break through on these things. You two, Flawn. Good. There. I think dogs of all things could eat those spooky ghosts. South seems largely okay. It's the north I'm severely worried about. How much further north can you get in due time? If you got here, you'd be able to 1, 2, 3 them. So yeah, the goal is to get you over there next turn. Although you might not have the AP to do the 1, 2, 3. Also, there might not be 1, 2, 3 targets. Nice overwhelm. Now get the dog out to help as well, please. Those damn geists. Oh boy. So, Wilfred Dion has now already taken his 9 liver, and Fallen Hero is yet to try striking him. And he's an easy one to strike. Turn done, turn done. Oh dear. Go dogs, go! Help us! Interesting, I think you moved away. No, not quite away. Not as away as I'm hoping for. Alright, TB Dubs, that Geist has got to go. Splendidly done on the 22%. Oh, bye-bye Wilfred Dion. And he died for good. That's all of his items on the ground. He will be missed. He had good promise. But he did keep failing me on the front line, so I guess ultimately he wasn't that great. This is really bad, says Young. Well, you're not the one that has to worry about it. Are you? Is there something you're not telling me? Alright, get those dogs out. There was the expected flank on the back, but maybe we were ready for it. Yeah, damn, yeah, Tamago still feeling the spooks. Get stuck in there, Sigmar. Oh, damn, he can't toot. He could have tooted from here. And that would have been in range for Tamago and Leon. That was a mistake. What a mistake to make. Leon's getting battered out there. Something fierce. No surprise, he's surrounded. No, Crazy Dave is taking a much-needed, not-so-crazy vacation right now. And he's probably feeling really good about it. One up, 2 up. Okay, only 2 in inverted commas. But the Geist's refusing to... There we go. Spooks the ghost, spooks the dog. Dogs continue to nibble on corpses. Anyone die then? Yeah, we've lost... I think we lost 2 so far today. We're not immune to losses in this run. I'll say we take too many. North flank isn't in a great space, but I don't really have the movement for it, do I? Actually, you can get a nice 3-for-1 there, Pepperan, but I think it's going to be too expensive on your exhaustion. I think you'll move up, you'll move here, you'll target that, and you'll target some of these. Well, I don't think, I know that's what we're doing. 'Tis foretold. Go Flan, go! Try not to lose more here, shall we? Don't like that Fallen Hero being right in your back. Baby Chillax is better handled for doing the rest of that. Good jobbing, Leon. Not jobbing. Good job, Leon. Oh, well, would you look at that? I can do this. Wow. Feels good. Feels real good. Golden Deer is not made of jabs. Let's just take that thing out, switch to the big one, and fail to reload it. Ah, because you don't have the fatigue to reload it. Yeah, disappointing. Easy, Leon. Easy now. Don't want to follow this up with another loss. Keep the dream alive. I get over to Spooky Ghost. Spooky Ghost is spooky. Alternatively, take 2 shots at 23 to bring it down. 1 and What a failure. What a lot of failure. And to think it's not the only spooky ghost. Alright, this time actually toot toot, please. I could do without Leon Kennedy getting himself killed out there. Which he was ready to do. I think the hero is the bigger threat here. Yep, even more so when we can't dodge it. Good rallying, Tamago. Can't actually make the shot there. Go Baron, go. Go Victor, go. Any zombie dogs? No, the game sadly lacks the zombie dogs. One, two, three back. 4 back. Scary stuff. But I do like the undead fights for that. Don't know who's going to be coming back. It's one of the things I really like about the undead crisis. Although it ruins the equipment, so it's better to not see on your first crisis. Go Barbarian. Didn't kill it, though. Aren't your people getting tired? Our people are knackered. Victor's a bad example, because pike users are largely fatigue neutral. But yes, by and large, our people are getting tired. You can get AP back, action points back, when securing a kill with Berserk, but almost nothing gives fatigue back. Almost nothing. Some things I'm certain do. There's our southern flank. Yeah, get Flawn over there. This guy remains a problem for Mikey. And despite being overall not great as I... Uh-oh. Oh boy. Bye-bye, Leon. And Leon is very dead. He dropped all his goodies, so we know he ain't getting back up. That's just the right time for all the kills to suddenly start coming in. Ooh, don't shoot the dogs. As tempting as it is to shoot the dogs. Don't shoot those dogs. Leon dying to zombies. Oh, the irony. Some people get fates very befitting of their name. It's always heartwarming to see. Oh, but it's never heartwarming to see the dogs die. There we go. One fewer Geist is one happier me. Still leaves the one up there. What do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our number up there, plus the dogs. I think we'll be okay. I choose to believe we'll be okay. TBW, rush in to save them from the hero, or the fallen hero. Mikey not too thrilled with that. But yeah, so tired that even our regular guys are only able to make the one shot, and that's a really bad time for Lupin. Lupin, who might kill himself on the retreat. All this because I wanted some extra money for my troubles. I don't even know if there's a famed item in here. Or a famed item chance, but you'd think there is with this many people. Yeah, I think you can play well enough to certainly not lose bros, but losing bros is part of the experience. Some come, some go. And I'm okay with that. Makes part of the story for me. It's funny, because I don't tend to be much of a narrative guy in my games, but I like more emergent narrative, like what we see here. Although I'd like it if we could emerge with a good shot out of you, Barbarian. Poor Flawn not feeling very good there either. Think of the money, guys. Think of the money. There we go. Get a little closer to dealing with that Geist, although I would have hoped the dog would have you down by now. Miserable lack of good shots with Golden Deer. This is why Golden Deer should have extra pocket space, but sadly I took Gifted. Should never have taken gifted, should have had bags and belts, so I'd have more opportunities to use you in battle. A second bag of... second bag of javelins comes to mind. Almost gone. Steady now, I'm not here to lose Mikey, that's for sure. Surprised Flawn isn't such a bad situation there. Flawn's going to want to leg it. And you're not going to have a good turn with that, with all these people around you, including... Oh boy. At least Lupin is someone that I wanted dead, but given how things have gone, Lupin is probably one of the ones that will get back up. I had a hard time with that, suspiciously hard time. And I can't toot anyway. Well, settle for killing you. Pathetic, man. No, Lupin, but yes, Flawn. What about unleashing all the dogs? I've unleashed about as many dogs as I can. There are still some more, but people need to be non-exhausted enough to do so. Takes 15 AP to release a dog. Look at that, TBW can't do it. There we go, good dog. Good dog. And don't worry, we've got plenty more dogs. Oh, God, even took the dog's head off. Ah, there we go, Barbarian can let out a dog. Maybe unlike Baron, the dog can get a hit. The dog can eat. Good dog. Oh, look who's back! There's Wilfred! He might not be the only one to get back up. Look who else is back! It's the rookie cop! That's a problem. They are quite well equipped. Yeah, Bro rises from the dead. I believe that was on the bingo, right? There we go. Southern flank largely taken care of, although they could get back up. Not a good day to be Pepperan right now. Your former friends have all turned on you. That probably doesn't feel very good. Offer them a dog in this trying time. Goodbye, all that stuff. Not a guarantee, but yeah, that's some stuff I really wouldn't want to lose. Alright, bring this thing down. Let's believe the south is okay and start working our way up north. Although these guys could rise up again, and that would be a problem. This TBW is in a good spot. Good enough to rush up north. Don't worry about these guys rising up, but maybe Phoebe Chillax can be on top of it. I want to toot, but... Well, no buts. I'm going to hold off Sigmar just so we can toot next turn. Damn Geists. I'm waiting for killing a Shrat or a Lindworm for bingo, says Lizard. That's so. I think we saw a number of Lindworms. I can't remember how many. Ah, Fallen Hero backup is not good news. They can get backup with no head. And that's absolutely what's happened right there. Although, surely they would have no skills. He can't bite. He isn't holding a weapon. What can he do? Can he do anything? He sure can bite. You've got to be joking. Shield Bash? True, Shield Bash doesn't do damage, but sure. Oh boy, proving difficult to take down my old allies. Not emotionally, of course, although Leon might feel otherwise. Oh, that's not Leon, that's Pepperan, staring down Leon and Wilfred Dion. This is a problem, this is a very growing problem. I can't get you out of there, and you are getting minced, and your elbow doesn't look so good either. I move yet further in with Mikey. Could have risks, but we can take risks. This is a lot coming back, considering that there's no necromancer. Go again. Wait, 5% hit chance. I don't like the sound of that. Alright, I guess you're just getting close and hoping for a better turn next time. You can do it, TBW. Also, you can give us a little added zest. That's not where I need you, dog. Far from it. Toot, 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 toot. Ah, Lupin didn't hear me. Only Flon could hear me. She's going back to Celestia. Right, good, good. Geist targeting the dog, also very good. No zombies coming back either. Love to see it. Alright, sorry, Leon Scott Kennedy, but you gotta go. Oh wow, I gave him too good of a helmet. That's why you should never equip your people with good stuff. Uh-oh, he's actually getting his turn in at this rate. There we go, and we took his head off. He ain't coming back. Ooh, this right neither's Pepper Ann. Please, Geist, please. I just want you dead. Enough of your spooky, ghosty ways. Alright, TBW, you're the captain. It's the captain's duty to put down errant members. Bye-bye, Wilfred Dion. Alright, I think we're done here. Get down. Well, there could still be some more of them rising up. Better be ready for that eventuality. Nope. Maybe there's a limit on how many can get up. There we go. It's finally gone. The darkness recedes. The light proceeds. Oh, you still have a shot in this, but you'll be shooting our own dog. I'm sure the dog will be fine. See, the dog dodged it. Bye, Wilfred. Bye, Leon. Now, Leon had been around for quite a while. 80 days, 30 kills. He was my axe man. But Wilfred, relatively new. 0 kills to his name. Gosh, that goes a long way to explain why he wasn't really reaching good heights. Do we get the equipment back, I wonder? I don't see Leon's helmet. I don't see any armor. So yeah, the Undead bros, they took their armor with them, which is a shame. We had some good add-ons to it. No famed items, but at least some kind of money to make up for the losses. What about your long axe? There's the long axe. There's Wilfred Dion's winged mace, and an additional winged mace. Some decayed heater shields. Can add that to Crazy Dave's collection. Alright. Not all bad, really. Look at that, 31 heads to add to the collection. And we'll be getting paid for the privilege. Sure, losing bros is bad, but maybe it's good. There we kind of go. That's still a full front line. Hugo learned a lot from the experience. Get you that. Ooh, good roll and more good roll. Give me all of that. Good for being on the back line with sword dancing. And well, you're certainly not going to be nimble in all of that. Not currently, at least. 30 plus down for the bingo. Yeah, let's add that into the bingo sheet. Let's see the bingo sheet. Alright, bingo browser. Win against 30 enemies. Oh, Dark Young's even written it up for us. Return to the ground, 31 undead on day 239, consisting of Geist, zombies, armored undead, along with Wilfred and a headless Leon S. Kennedy. Couldn't have written it better myself, so I won't. Much obliged. Wasn't there something else that we had here, though? I thought Bro Rises from the Dead was here. Loses ear, deserts, serpents, alps, wegness, hyenas, direwolves, friendly fire, necrosavant, barbarian. Oh, here we go. Tarkin Rex did that ages ago. Oh, good job, Tarkin. He had to get up someday. Right, so I was thinking about Battleforge on you on the back line. How about you, Sigmar? You are getting a long ways in life. Is Nimble even worth it with so much fatigue on you? I'm inclined to say no, but what would one want on a U? Possibly recover. Sometimes when you toot too much, you end up needing a breather. I got bingo, says Delafin. Well, we haven't looked at someone's bingo card in quite some time, so why don't we check that out? We can come over right here. We can clear that. We can look at your seat. Right, how do we even spell that? All lowercase. Delta Echo Hotel. Is that an L or an I? Lima, India, Foxtrot, India, November. Where are we going? Where are we going? We have done multi-kill. We have killed Merc Company. Hey, was that named Orca killed a warlord? He just had a name, but I don't know if that means he was a warlord or not. Questionable. What am I not seeing here? Or did I misspell your name? Help me out, folks. My eyes might be surgically enhanced. That doesn't mean that the brain has caught up. Warlords are a different type of pawn, so the orc was not... Ah, I see, I see. Column 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did kill a necrosavant, we did win against 30, and we did raid a caravan. There we go. I can't count and I can't see, but who can win? Not Delafin, because the winners were the first 10, and you're far from first 10. But congratulations on your bingo, nonetheless. Counting is hard. I'm only educated to a degree. What was I thinking with Sigmar? He doesn't often get kills, but when he does, being able to restore his AP is rather nice. I will take that. Then again, pathfinding could be really good on you. Being able to move around so that you can doot better. There's a lot to be said for pathfinding on the guy that needs to move around a whole lot. Keep that stamina, keep that resolve. That's a pathetic melee skill, so let's just give you extra health while we're at it. Good job, team. Let's go and get paid. Can we get a prize if we never get a bingo by the end of this? That's kind of like winning. It is impressive. Raiding caravan, you say? Maybe we can buff the bag up with some more donkeys. There's a fun little trick. If you go and then fall back, you can actually move, so you can keep someone pinned down whilst you get into a more favourable position. So I don't know what we're doing. Maybe we're spooking them into thinking we're about to attack them, when we're not going to attack them. Not really. Anyway, they have stuff for me. Now give it to me. AI, take the wheel. Here's some of the insane resolve. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Although I didn't take it. And now I think that would have been much better than Pathfinder. It's funny, Barbaron, or Baron von Own, the character behind Barbaron, he wanted to be a guy that shifted between throwing and using melee, but I completely neglected his throwing ability. Even so, he keeps whapping out the javelins. Even in fights that do not call for it in the slightest. Makes me worry about friendly fire. Come on, break these people. Baron, hardly known for his great decision-making. Well, he's a much better Battle Brothers player than I am. I've seen him play and he takes fights that I wouldn't dream of fighting. And he plays on expert mode, not veteran. And I believe he also plays with the peasants, though. And he's played this game for an ungodly amount of time. Hello, Tools. Hello, Amber. I love intercepting the Amber trade. It's like getting just a free 1,000 simoleons or so. And definitely an indication that we need a bigger cart for our goods if we're filled up here. Probably means I should get rid of some of my more minky old small amounts of old food. Value, value, value. Value, value, value. What do we have that's pathetic and old, not really worth anything? 2 bits of ammunition, 3 bits of ammunition. Why they don't merge, I don't know, but get that value. And yeah, since we are overloaded, let's absolutely fix up anything that can be fixed up and sell off anything we no longer need or want. Ah, the influx of money is nice. Wait, hang on, that wasn't much of an influx. Why am I so full of stuff? Get rid of those ornate tombs for one. Don't need old decayed heater shields. I like the idea of having heater shields with some semblance of commonality to them. Yeah, a lot of these need to be fixed as part of the problem. Also, old stinky helmets. Decayed great helm. That is pretty great. Actually, this might have been Wilfred Dion's helmet. I'm not sure if we got that off of somebody else or off of Wilfred. It's just a shame that we never got Leon's back. After all, we cut off his head. I think that would be a prime way to get the stuff back. Yeah, definitely need a bigger cart. And we will have the money to do so once we return this as well. Yeah, most memorable moment for watching Baron's run has to be him whipping one of his level 11 bros because he broke a crappy old pike. And then he got so mad he just left. I love that part. Anybody here worth our time? Eberhard? Not really. Ulrich. Again, deserters need to have good resolve for me to want to take them. I mean, 28 plus with other things being good, and that doesn't seem good enough. Alright, tell you what, where is that farm? I'm going to make a beeline for the farm up here. I forgot to mention I finally have bingo, says Free Hits. I do love the Murderbingo. I'm always on the lookout. This might as well be a good time to do my usual shout-out. Well, it's not so much a shout-out as a call to arms. I'm always on the lookout for games that are good for Murderbingo, and inserting chatters into the game with. Battle Brothers leans into it naturally. Rogue Survivor is another terrific one, and Motorsport Manager was also good, but games where I can rename not just the characters I have, but the characters in the whole game. You might have noticed we had like Tali Zora, one of the Barons out there, and various others. We saw Urangu McBain, in fact. Urangu McBain is a member of House Eichenstein. There we go. And if you don't know Urangu McBain, then you have avoided one of the worst entries in the Sims series, The Herbs. But yeah, I love that, and being able to make bingo out of killing people. It's just too much fun, but it feels very hard to find games that are well suited for it. If you know of such games, then I am all ears. Mountain Blade has a mod for that, I believe. We already did Mountain Blade with chatter inserts. I don't think we ran any bingo. Or did we? I feel like there was a lot of killing going on, but that's part of the parcel for it. Anyway, what I am getting at, rather sadly, is that I'm going to draw the book closed on Battle Brothers here. It was a great and fun run, but I think it's run its course. When the battles start feeling a bit routine and your bros get too strong, I know we're still facing losses and all, but the tedium of the game does set in, and rather than have it really nestle roots, what I think I'll do is say, congratulations, Crazy Dave the Broken. After everything we went through, you managed to live despite my best attempts to get you killed. Somehow he gets number 17th in damage dealt out of 16 bros, but that's all part of the mystery. So here's your retirement fund, Crazy Dave. And as you head off, so too does the rest of the company. This will permanently end your company, leave the men in charge. Well done, men. You did a great job. You understood the cruelties of the world when you took over the punished chat. You'd always be sure to be leading the riches and renowns. But we were naive. Men coming out of their graves, yeah, like Leon Kennedy again. Crowns, honour, prestige, they'd all been earned. We decided to retire. And the best man's left behind, VF Mikey, the day teller. He retired from fighting as well. He keeps working with his hands. He lays bricks instead of slaying beasts and crushing heads. Took his merc money, bought some land, settled down, and is the happiest man in the realm. Is he really though, VF Mikey? What did he lose? He lost his mind. He lost an eye. He lost a lung. Is he really good enough to still be working land? I don't know about that. The dogs were not simply hounds to Martin Lackey. Despite his title as Houndmaster, to him they were the most loyal friends of his life. Taylor desired an ability, wanted a brutish beast on guard dog, he could do it. Something small and cuddly for the children, he could do that. Oh, don't think we should be giving out our dogs for that. We flirt with a married neighbour, and that's part of the fun. You don't miss the old life at all. Just happily sit back and hear the punished chat's successes. Not bad. There is one tier better of an ending here, but I believe you need to get an ungodly amount of renown. And yet, no mention of TBW, the usurper. Maybe this was written by Andarius. I want to have a quick rundown on the Battle Brothers list, though. We've got that here, including the obituary. I should be pretty happy about all the bros dying that didn't happen. Never died to a serpent. Never died to an Alp. Then again, the only time we engaged an Alp was in an event, as I recall. Very happy to have defeated all the web Nastic and really catch out early. Hyenas and dire wolves, ditto. There was certainly lots of friendly fire, but nobody dying to it. Necrosavants are no longer the stuff of my nightmares. I used to be terrified of them in this game, but we very handily took them down. It's the 9 lives they have that catches me off guard, though. Barbarians were slaughtered. I know some people wanted the barbarians to kill us, but they did not. We bravely took on the Unholds early on and didn't die to them. And nobody getting swallowed by a Nacho is unusual. It certainly should have happened in the arena, but we got a lot of lucky procs on stunning them. Nobody ever lost an ear. Or did they? I didn't pay attention to what happened to the last guy that went down. That was Greg. I know he got brain damage. Hexen, Lindworm, and Shrat. We never faced off against any of these. I do not like fighting Hexes. Although I think this company would have been alright for it, since they're not very at risk of killing each other. No warlords there. Never found a shield or a helmet or a barbarian king, but that's okay. I didn't set out to do absolutely everything the game has, but there is certainly a lot for it, so... Battle Brothers I think will be shelved for a good long time. I don't know if and when the hunger will come back for it, but I think I've happily satiated it, which means that'll make room for a new long play. I don't know what it'll be. That is something for future Jake to figure out. But until future Jake is back, there's a cheers and a cheerio.